Good evening and welcome to Golden Lion Stadium and Golden Lion football. I am Tim Stubbs alongside my longtime partner Carl Wimper here at beautiful Golden Lion Stadium. Overcast sky, stadium lights not on yet, Carl, so it's a little dark in the stadium, but they should be on probably here in just a few moments. But we got UAPB and Texas Southern here this evening. Two winless teams, but a little bit of a different story for both teams as far as how they got here. The Golden Lions have made improvement each of the last 3 weeks, but it's not translating into victories. A near win against undefeated in conference play Jackson State last week, in which UAPB led for pretty much most of the ball game and had their chance late in that game before losing to Jackson State, whereas Texas Southern has struggled pretty much for the most part as well. So we do know somebody's going to get their first win tonight, and it's time for UAPB to right the ship and get that first win.
It really is, because Texas Southern's coming to the ball game riding on an 8-game losing streak, and you're right, something's going to give tonight. And Texas Southern's losing streak started a year ago when UAPB clinched the Western Division Championship last year down in Houston. So it's going to be an exciting ball game, Tim. And
we are moments away from kickoff here, Carl, and Texas Southern won the toss and elected to kick it away. As you hear the M4 in the background, it is Military Day here, and unfortunately a small crowd on hand, and that's just the truth of the matter. So need our fans to show up and support this team, but a lot of times that's how fan bases are. If you're not winning, they don't show up, and that's the way it is right now. And the Golden Lions need your support, fans, win or lose, win, lose, or draw, but they're waiting to see if they can get a victory, and they'll bring back the fans. Here's the opening kickoff. Going to be taken from the 2-yard line. Ashley up over the 10, tries to get to the 15, and that's where he's going to be taken down right there at the 15-yard line. A gain of 13 on the opening kickoff for the game for Walter Ashley, the freshman from Pine Bluff High.
He's a kid. Walter's a kid that the coaches really like. You know, and Walter has great vision on the field, and his future is going to be very, very bright for the Golden Lions. And you're talking about a kid that just dominated Pine Bluff High School football team last year for the last couple of years.
Well, the Golden Lions haven't been winning many ball games, but it's not number 11's fault. He has been playing very well of late, and he's back in there in their shotgun formation, 4 wide. Man in motion, I believe, is Winters, who's just back with the ball club. Catches a short pass, little spin move at the 22 up to the 23-yard line. And Thomas Winters moves the football about 7 yards on the first down play.
I'll tell you what, this football coaching staff, they're very pleased to have Thomas Winters back. He's been out for about 4 weeks, had his knee scope, and he's a kid that's been just plagued by injuries his whole career at UAPB.
Hand off, big hole right up the middle there, and a little delay up to the 30-yard line. And a first down there for Jamie Smith, who came back a week ago. We were afraid we may lose him for the season with a broken collarbone, but he is back, was productive last week, and gets the first down carry here, 1st and 10 from the 30. Quick strike dropped by Ladarius Eckwood at the 35. The ball was thrown low on purpose and not able to bring it in.
Well, Tim, you're going to see this typical UAPB offense going into a hurry-up mode here. That's been pretty much offensive coordinator Eric Dooley's mainstay in terms of moving his football team offensively.
Fake the handoff, and then a quarterback keeper over the 33-yard line, a gain of 3. Bring up 3rd down and 7 here.
Well, when UAPB runs the football, they're going to run behind that left guard, Big Kenny Eagle. He's pretty much the anchor of that offensive line. He's massive, too. I mean, you're talking about a big kid. 6'4", 305 pounds.
Here on this 3rd down and 7, they'll spread them out 5 wide. No backs, no one home. Going to throw it. In trouble, rolling out of the pocket. He has a man going to go up the right sideline, and incomplete. He had him, and it was Des Beverly. Couldn't hang on to a one-handed try there, but if he would have let him a little further upfield, it looked like he possibly could have got some separation from the cornerback, but tried to make a one-handed catch, was not able to do so, so it's going to be a punting situation.
Well, Ben was out under quite a bit of duress there by Jarius Moore, outside linebacker, 5'11", 220 pounds, a sophomore. Went to North Shore High School there in Houston.
Number 29, Dylan Mihai.
North Shore is one of those high schools that is a hotbed for NCAA D1 players.
Beautiful kick here out of Nieheiser. Going to go all the way back to the 10-yard line. A huge block. Now up to the 30, 35, and taken down near the TSU sideline at the 42-yard line. But huge block. That's one of those plays where you say keep your head on a swivel. It's for plays just like that. And who was that who got blown up?
That was Brantley. He's a freshman wide receiver out of Booker T. Washington High School there in Houston. In Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Good gracious. 1st and 10 for TSU at their own 42. After a great punt there to back at about the 12-yard line, but a pretty good return spurred by that huge block. Option pitch to the right at the 40 and up to the 44, maybe the 45. A gain of about 3 on the option there for TSU. Their starting running back, Davion Porter, 5'9", 175 junior out of Memphis, Tennessee. Coahoma Community College is where he came from.
Yeah, Porter's averaging about 59 yards. He's the leading rusher on Texas Southern's ball club, averaging about 59.5 yards per game. Texas Southern's been struggling all season long, Tim, offensively. They were only averaging about 17 points a ball game.
Homer Causey, 6', 190. Redshirt sophomore quarterback out of Atlanta, Georgia. He's in the pocket, rolls to his right. He'll run it on you. 50, 45 to the UAPB 40-yard line to the 39 and out of bounds. First down for the Tigers. They move the chains on the quarterback keeper there, and good coverage downfield. He tucks it and runs and gets a first down.
Well, when you look at this Texas Southern offensive line, is a big offensive line just like you see in the SWAC. And that line is anchored by that big right tackle there, Kendrick Williams, 6'4", 310 pounds, a junior.
Causey, little pistol formation. Handoff to Porter, and he's stacked up, and he's going to lose a half yard back to the 40. They'll mark him back just past the 40, so really a little over a yard loss there. Bring up 2nd down and long.
That tackle was made by Jerrine Harris, and Jerrine Harris is, along with Antonio Jenkins, those two guys there at their linebacker spot, Tim, they've been pretty much anchored in that UAPB defense all season long.
Stadium lights still not on here as we're well past the 6 o'clock hour locally, and
you would think they'd be on by now.
It's overcast skies. Seems pretty dark out there. Shotgun snap. Causey steps up in the pocket over the middle and almost intercepted. It was tipped up, and a lot of times that's where you see those safeties back there like vultures and getting the crumbs, and that time it falls incomplete. But 3rd down and 11 coming up here from the UAPB 41. Big play early on for TSU. No score, 11:35 to go. Just underway here from Golden Lions Stadium. UAPB had to punt on their first possession. Now Texas Southern with their first opportunity at the UAPB 41 with a 3rd down and 11. Shotgun snap, they'll slip it to Porter. 35 and taken down at about the 33-yard line by Antonio Jenkins, who saved a first down there. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
Yeah, Jenkins is leading this UAPB ball club in tackles this season. I tell you what, he's been just a pleasant surprise. Kid out of Watson Chapel, redshirt sophomore, 6'1", 215 pounds.
Texas Southern will go for it. 4th down and 3 at the UAPB, just shy of the 32-yard line. They need to get to the 29.
It's a big gamble early in this ball game, Tim.
Causey steps up, going to throw it, and it is caught, I believe. It is. He was rocked right as he caught the football, but it's going to be a first down at the 19-yard line. And that was Stephen Carpenter on the catch, a sophomore receiver out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, who was belted right as he caught it, but he hangs on for the first down, and the gamble pays off. Going to see two teams that are winless and maybe gamble a little bit more. So Texas Southern trying to strike first, 10:35 and counting, first quarter. 1st and 10 from the UAPB 19. 4 receivers set. Porter, the lone back, picks up the blitz. A little slant over the middle, incomplete. Off the left side, looking for Carpenter again, and David Watson in coverage does a nice job. 2nd down and 10.
I'll tell you what, Antonio Jenkins was coming in on the delayed blitz there, and the offensive line picked it up real well. Yeah, I tell you, when you look at those guys that Texas Southern, has up front there, it's that offensive line is huge. Tim, when you look at them, they're perhaps one of the bigger offensive lines there in the conference.
They've always had big lines.
Yeah.
Shotgun snap, 2nd down and 10. Jenkins showing blitz. Looked like he got held. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Boy, it looked like they had a lot of jersey on Jenkins as he was coming in on a delayed blitz there, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 from the 19.
Yeah, Adrian Jackson, the left guard for Texas Southern, 6'2", a true freshman, 294 pounds. Looked like he had Jenkins by the jersey.
So if they went for it on 4th and short, 3rd and 10 is probably 4-down territory again. Edward Perkins Loving to the left of Causey, and Davion Porter to the right of Causey. They'll split out of the backfield here. They're going to throw it over the middle, nearly picked off, and then nearly caught for a touchdown. Boy, you had a drop, deflected, and then nearly intercepted by Tavion Garrison, and it went out of his hands, and then it was nearly caught by Carpenter, who would have walked into the end zone. He couldn't hang on to it. 3 different players had hands on it, and we will have 4th down and 10. They will attempt a field goal here. This is going to be from the left hash, and it's going to be a 36-yard attempt. And the kick is up, and it is good. So Texas Southern knocks it in, and they take the 3-0 lead on the field goal by Jeff Anderson. So we'll step aside. 10:05 to go, first quarter. 3-0. Texas Southern strikes first. UAPB to receive the kickoff when we come back.
Hi, my name is Danny Andre Burrell II, a senior here majoring in industrial technology, management, and applied engineering. I thought that I would be looking for a job at this point, but thanks to my mentor, Dr. Charles Colin at Career Services, I was able to obtain a position as an industrial engineer upon graduation.
Danny worked hard in class from the beginning, obtaining 3 internships while on campus. UAPB can help prepare students like Danny for those same opportunities.
UAPB prepared me.
Corey Carter set to kick it away here for Texas Southern, leading 3-0 on the Tigers. 10 minutes to go, first quarter just underway here. Taken from the 10-yard line, nice little move at the 17, hold on to the football, and they do. It's Ashley up to the 17, that's where the Golden Lions will take over. 7-yard return by Walter Ashley. Well, back out there is Golden Lion offense. Going to see a new back in there along. This is kind of a wishbone look. Draylon Willis is behind Anderson.
Michael Wilson, the kid out of Earl, is in there at the.
And it looks like Jeremiah Young to the right. Or that's Jamie Smith, rather. And they'll hand it off to Willis.
Haven't seen that look, Tim.
No, that's new. And a couple of freshman backs in there. And then Wilson, the fullback. And it was only good for a yard. So 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Golden Lions at their own 18.
Number 27, Draylon Willis on the carry.
4 receivers set here. Beverly and Swain to the right. Brian Eckwood to the left. They're going to throw it to Brian. He's got forward progress around the 20-yard line. So just a gain of about a yard and a half there. So 3rd down and about 7 coming up. And the offense off to a little bit of a slow start here.
Yeah, compared to the last couple of weeks, Tim, I know UAPB is not taking Texas Southern lightly.
And the lights are starting to flicker. They're finally coming on here. They'll spread them out. Nobody back here. Nobody home. 5 wide. False start. It's going to make it 3rd and about 13. So slow start. Last week, UAPB got off to an awesome start. Jumped out 13-0 at Jackson State and became a big-time slugfest. Both teams really racked up the yards. The scoreboard was smoking by the third quarter, and Jackson State was able to take advantage of a couple of mistakes by the Golden Lions that proved to be the difference.
Maximum 5, 3rd down and 14.
So 3rd down, we'll call it 3rd and 14 here. Stepping up, throwing it, got a man, Ferguson, but it was led a little bit too far. Boy, Anderson would like to have that one back. They had a little post over the middle, and Ferguson had a step on the defender, but the pass was off the mark just a little bit. 4th down.
I tell you what, Amir Bloom,
kick it away.
Yeah, Amir Bloom, the left defensive end for Texas Southern, really came in on an outstanding pass rush there. He's out of Miami, Florida. He's a redshirt sophomore. I'm sure this is not the kind of start offensively that Coach Coleman wanted to see his ball club.
Angled punt there and out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it here, Carl. All the way up around midfield, about the 49. So good field position coming up here for TSU. And while we have a moment, I'll tell you about our sponsors. This broadcast sponsored in part by Arkansas A&M, College Federal Credit Union, Arkansas Health Connector, and the Wellness Center at Robert F. Moorhead Middle School. All proud sponsors of this KUAP 89.7 FM broadcast and tape delayed here on UAPB TV. 8:49 to go. First quarter. Quarterback keeper Causey breaks a tackle into UAPB territory at the 40-yard line, a gain of 11 and a 1st down. And boy, he's a load.
He really is.
6 foot 190, but he seems to come at you a lot harder than that.
Yeah, he's out of Benjamin Mays High School, redshirt sophomore there in Atlanta.
The lights are fully on now, and it makes a big difference.
It does.
It looks good out there. Everybody can see now. You know what team you're throwing it to. Shotgun snap, Causey, handoff to Porter. Porter in the second level. Nice move, 30, 25. Look out, cut up at the 20, and at the 5, and down to about the 4. It's going to be a 1st down and goal. An outstanding run by Davion Porter, who made a nice cut at about the 25 and then broke loose into the secondary. And TSU looking pretty good early on here, trying to tack onto that early 3-0 lead.
Well, UAPB is making them look good because on that run there, Tim, the Golden Lions had 3 missed tackles.
First down and goal here for the Tigers. Now Edwards, Perkins, Loving is the back in the ball game, number 16 there. Play clock down to 5. Homer Causey in trouble, and he's going to be sacked back at about the 13-yard line. And finally, Dryan Harris and Noel and a host of Golden Lions are in there. Kevin Rucker Jr.
I tell you what, Joel Green came in from the defensive end position and went in almost untouched there. He caused all kind of havoc for Cosby, and then the rest of the crew joined in.
So now 2nd down and goal from the 12.
This is a big possession here for the Golden Lions defense, because you want to try to hold TSU to a field goal.
Causey, a little bit of a delayed blitz. They'll dump it off to Perkins at the 10, the 5, big hit, but he's going to go in the end zone for a Tiger touchdown. TSU strikes, leading 9-0 now, 7:03 to go first quarter, and they set up a little screen that time, and making them pay was Edward Perkins Loving on the 12-yard reception for the touchdown, and TSU has UAPB's full attention here.
You're right about that.
7:03 to play in the first quarter, and
this is the quickest start, Tim. This is the quickest start that TSU has had all season. I mean, they come out of the gates.
And the extra point is good. You know, TSU remembers that knot the Golden Lions put on their head last year, 42-3, I believe it was. Sure, that still stings a bit. That was for their homecoming. We'll step aside, 7:03 to go. First quarter It is 10-0. Texas Southern up early here. The Golden Lions set to receive the kickoff when we return.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to Golden Lion Stadium here. Good luck with the UAPB cheerleading squad. TSU set to kick it away. 7:03 to go first quarter. And right now it's all TSU. They lead 10-0. Golden Lions uphill battle already. Kickoff's going to be deep, taken by Mitchell at about the 5. Mitchell, 10-15, nice cut, follows a block, and down at about the 24-yard line, and one of the Golden Lions lost his helmet.
Well, that flag came in late.
It did, didn't it?
Yes, Kyle Walker's around the ball. I tell you what, Kyle Walker is a kid out of Blytheville, a redshirt sophomore. On special teams, Tim, he's going to be somewhere around the football.
No question about it, and we'll see what this penalty is. Still waiting on the official ruling here. 6:56 to play, first quarter action, 10-0. Texas Southern leading early on here. It's going to be a personal foul on UAPB, and that's a big penalty. That'll be half the distance to the goal. Probably back them up around the 17 or so. Maybe further than that, we'll call it about maybe the 12.
Those are the kind of penalties, Tim, that just drive you nuts, because UAPB had the pretty good field position up around near the 25-yard line. Now you starting from your own 12, 13-yard line.
Play action, they'll set up the screen here at the 10, 15, and gain of about 5 on the screen on the first down play there. That was Eckwood on the reception. A play that was one of their money makers last year. They've yet to strike big with it so far this year. Handoff stretch play to the left, but not able to get anything going. No momentum there. Jamie Smith has to eat it and loses a yard. Going to bring up maybe no gain. We'll call it 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, this was an important down position here for UAPB, because that defense has been on the field just about the majority of the time of the first quarter here. And you want to pick up a couple of first downs. At least you can give your defensive unit a chance to get a breather there on the sideline. It's a big 3rd down play here.
Approaching 6 minutes here in the first quarter. 10-0 TSU and a 3rd and 5. Going to go up top, left side, got a man. Eckwood catches it, falling backwards at midfield. First down for the Golden Lions, and that could have been a whole lot more. But Eckwood wanted to make sure he was going to catch it. Falls back on his rear end and catches it at the Tiger 49-yard line. A big play. So that'll move the chains and get them out of their own territory. Handoff, a little cutback, slipping a bit, but picking up about 3 yards was Jeremiah Young.
Yeah, we had a downpour rain in Pine Bluff here most of the morning, but this field is excellent condition. It drains very, very well.
Yeah, it was big-time rain this morning around from about 9 to about noon. Going to throw it, and it's C.J. Branch trying to get away from a TSU defender, out of bounds at about the 41. And bring up 3rd down and short here. We'll call it third and about 2.
Well, Branch has been another weapon that offensive coordinator Eric Dooley is going to from the tight end position, because not only is C.J. Branch a good blocker, but he's catching the football real well, Tim. He's a kid out of Watson Chapel.
Third down and 2. Ben Anderson looks over to the sideline, maybe trying to get TSU to jump there. Handoff, big hole, flag, it's down, and boy, I hate, this may be a chop block or a hold. There's a first down carry up to about the 30, but we're going to see what this flag is, and this may negate a first down carry. It's around where C.J. Branch was. Looked like he kind of went low on a block here, but instead they're going to call offside. So thankfully the Golden Lions finally get a break to go their way, and it will move the chains indeed. So first down and 10 for UAPB, and they'll mark it at the 34-yard line of TSU. It's going to be Young. Nope, fake the handoff. Running to his right is Anderson, trying to get to the corner, and picks up about 3 yards to the 31.
Well, smart play there, smart decision there by Ben Anderson, because Texas Southern was coming out kind of like another delayed blitz, but Ben is making some wise decisions there on the football field. And like I said, all season long, he's made a tremendous improvement from his freshman year up to this point.
4:35 and counting here in the first. 10-0 TSU. UAPB on the move. Going to throw it. Branch again. Starting to utilize him a lot more. He's up to the 21-yard line, and enough for a Golden Lion first down.
Well, Branch, 6'2", 255 pounds, like I said, a redshirt junior there. He was recruited out of Watson Chapel as a quarterback 3 years ago. Switched over 2 seasons ago to tight end.
No huddle attack. Handoff left side. Young turns it up at the 10 and out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. Another nice carry, and that's going to be enough for a first down, I believe. It'll be first down and goal for the Golden Lions here at the 9. He turned that corner there, and he thought maybe he could take it to the house.
Well, Jeremiah has deceptive speed at his size, 6'2", about 215 pounds.
And movement that time as TSU was showing blitz on the right side, or did they get a timeout? Let's see. Timeout TSU.
Timeout TSU.
We'll keep it here with 4:05 to go in the first quarter. 10-0 Texas Southern, but the Golden Lions have a first and goal from the 9-yard line.
Well, Tim, next week is going to be a busy Saturday for UAPB's homecoming.
I hear there's big happening going on next week, and it's going to be an all-week event.
It really is, and because of the anticipated heavy traffic following the homecoming events next Saturday, police will be changing the normal traffic flow at Golden Lion Stadium. When the game ends next week, all traffic on University Drive will only be allowed to go one way, south towards Martha Mitchell Expressway. All traffic on L.A. Prexis Davis Drive will only be allowed to go one way, south to Pulling Street, then west on Pulling Street. Anyone needing to pick up someone at the stadium, they're encouraged to arrive at least about 30 minutes prior to the end of the game. No one will be allowed to go north on University Drive when the game ends.
That'll help.
It really will. I mean, you look at the parking lot today and you look at it next week, it's going to be like night and day.
Yes, it will. Another sparse crowd here, unfortunately, here tonight.
Tim, a big drive here for the Golden Lions, because ideally you want to punch this football in and get 7 points, but you're well within field goal range. Any kind of points would be
First and goal, quarterback keeper at the 5, Ben Anderson. Yes, sir, touchdown, Golden Lions. A quarterback keeper, Ben Anderson, faked the handoff, zone read off the right side, goes untouched for a 9-yard touchdown.
I tell you, it was a good run there and tell you what, it was a key block there by Kedrick Brown, the right guard out of Whitehaven High School there in Memphis.
Strickland on for the extra point. 3:59 to go here in the first quarter. Makes it 10-6. Extra point always important. Been shaky a little bit last couple weeks. This one is good. So we'll step aside with 3:59 to go first quarter. The Golden Lions respond with a touchdown of their own. It's now 10-7 Texas Southern. UAPB will kick it off when we come back.
I'm big. I'm big. I'm big. I've done big things. Some even say I'm bigger than life. But you know what? There's nothing bigger than life. Not when someone you love is fighting to live. You want to do something big? You want to do something big? Sign up to donate marrow and save a life. Take the first step at bethematch.org. See how big you can be. You could be the one to save a life.
UAPB cheerleaders, Carl, getting their dance on the sideline, trying to cheer on this Golden Lion crowd as Strickland set to kick it away here with 3:59 to go, first quarter. Under the lights here at Golden Lion Stadium, 10-7 Texas Southern leading, and it's going to be a touchback as Strickland has some family members who have come down from Alpine, California, who are in attendance today.
Well, I say Tyler's a junior. He's 6'2", 185 pounds, and he spent this past summer working with former NFL great John Kearney there in San Diego, which is near Strickland's hometown. And we all know about Tyler. His big moment was that kick, the field goal in the championship game last year.
Yeah, how about the one last week, a 51-yarder that set a school record in which he set with a 50-yarder last year at Alabama State.
Correct.
So he holds the 2 longest field goals in UAPB history. Hand off left side, not a whole lot there by Porter, up gain of about 3, second down and 7 coming up.
Well, back to Tyler Strickland, I believe, Tim, he has a range anywhere from 55, 57 yards on the field goal because he has a strong leg.
That 51-yarder definitely would have been good from 55+ last week. Second down and 7, clock rolls, 3.5 to go, first quarter, 10-7. Texas Southern with the lead. They're in a offset I formation here. Homer Causey, the quarterback, under center this time. Takes his time, play clock down to 5. Takes the snap, play action, steps up in the pocket, under pressure and out of bounds after he picks up the first down up to the 37-yard line.
Well, Causey, just like Ben Anderson, knows how to use his legs. He's the second leading rusher on Texas Southern's ball club, and you find a lot. You find in this conference team a lot of versatile quarterbacks who can run and throw the football.
3 minutes and counting here in the first. I formation for TSU at their own 37, leading UAPB 10-7. They'll hand it off. Porter, running room, left side, and an open field tackle by Jerian Harris, but not before Porter rips off a gain of almost 9 yards.
I tell you what, the Golden Lions need to be thankful for Jerian Harris, because had Porter gotten past Harris,
he'd have been off to the races.
He had a lot of territory in front of him.
So second down and 9, second down and 1, gain of 9 rather. Offset I. TSU been able to move the ball early on here. Got a man open over the middle, and he threw it behind him. A little bit too high as well, but streaking over the middle was Dedrick Shipman, and that time Causey missed him. That's one I wish, he wishes he had back, because he was open.
He really was.
3rd and 1 coming up. Stops the clock at 2:04 in the first. I formation, Porter the featured back here. Here on 3rd and short, UAPB 4-3. 7 men in the box, showing blitz. And getting to the edge and picking up the first down at the 50 up to the 49. Again, Jerian Harris on the stop. And again, if he's not there, it could have been big-time yardage. But a first down for TSU at the Golden Lion 49.
Well, Jerian Harris, I tell you what, he caught the entire SWAC by surprise as a true freshman 3 years ago. He's out of Arlington High School there in Arlington, Tennessee, which is just outside the Memphis city limits. It was his freshman year, Tim. He was a SWAC freshman of the year.
Battled some injuries after that, but he was a key contributor last season. Gonna throw it here, Causey going up right side. Got a man complete at the 20, the 10, the 5, diving for the end zone. He's in, touchdown, TSU, a 49-yard strike. Causey to Malik Cross. Cross caught an over-the-shoulder catch at about the 20 and then took it the rest of the way for a TSU touchdown. And take a look at our replay here, Carl. A great concentration catch there by Cross. And the Golden Lions, not typical of their defense to give up big pass plays like that, but TSU strikes for a big one there.
Well, the strong safety, young freshman, true freshman out of Little Rock Parkview, Taven Garrison, looked like he was a little bit out of position there.
The extra point is good, so we'll step aside again, and looks like we got another shootout on our hands. 1:35 remaining first quarter. It's now 17-7. Texas Southern leading by 10. Back in a moment.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Corey Carter sent to kick it away here for Texas Southern. 1:35 to go first quarter. And just like the last 3 weeks, looks like we got another shootout here. 17-7, Texas Southern leading. Golden Lions going to have their hands full as Mitchell takes it from the 5. At the 10, right sideline, a little spin at the 15, and out of bounds will mark him out close to the 15-yard line. And
well, Tim, I'm sure this is giving Texas Southern a lift because the Tigers came in only averaging 17 points a ball game, and they put up 17 in the first quarter. So, you know, their level of motivation is extremely high right now.
Well, from looking at their offense, it's a little surprising to know they've only averaged 17 a game. They've moved the ball at will so far against UAPB's defense. Dan Anderson and company right back out there. Had a touchdown on their last drive. Handoff. Smith bounces off one man and then stacked up after a gain of 2. Approaching the 1-minute mark here in the first quarter. Both teams in search of their first victory of the season, overall victory, not even just conference. They're looking for that first victory. A couple of desperate teams out there trying to taste some success. Roll out. Bryant's got it at the 23. Boy, nice little stutter step move and cuts it up close to a first down there. Dexter Bryant. He has a quick first step, and his rack yardage, run after catch, he's usually very impressive.
I'll tell you what, he's 5'11", 195-pound senior. You know, Dexter transferred last year from a junior college there, Arkansas Baptist there in Little Rock, and he's out of Louisiana, Baton Rouge to be exact. But he's been a pleasant surprise for this Golden Lions receiving corps.
Fake the handoff straight ahead, darting to the 31-yard line, a gain of 5 there for Anderson. Fake the handoff to Jamie Smith, and Anderson looks more explosive on the ground this year, just real decisive in his running ability, more confidence.
Well, I tell you what, the folks around the SWAC really appreciate him because wherever we go, Tim, they can't believe this guy got another year.
And that's going to end the first quarter as the clock winds down here after 1 quarter of play. Texas Southern making it tough on the Golden Lions. 17-7 after 1. TSU leading the Golden Lions. Will have a second down and 5 at their own 31 when we return.
It's not his new group of friends. It's not the video games. It's not the neighborhood.
Mom, do I have to go to school today?
The biggest threat to your child's future could be you. Every day they miss, even in middle school, puts their graduation at risk.
The M4 bringing us back in here in the second quarter. Fresh 15 as we start the second quarter of play, 17-7. Texas Southern with the lead. UAPB with a second down and 5 from their own 31 as we resume play here. Twin sets to the right and left as far as receivers. Pump fake, now looking left, getting out of problems, and then going down. He got it by the first wave of defenders, but then taking him down, Amir Bloom, a 6'4", 245 sophomore out of Miami, Florida, gets the sack and a loss of 4, 3rd down and 9 now.
Yeah, Bloom is the kind of kid that he has tremendous speed there. He caused all kind of havoc for Anderson.
So after a 2nd and 5, all of a sudden it's 3rd and 9. It's a big play right there as UAPB trying to keep up with Texas Southern. You mentioned averaging 17 a game, already with 17 after quarter number 1. Blitz again, they set up the screen. They got it at the 30, 35, look out, 40. Tripped up and close to midfield, but a 1st down for the Golden Lions. They'll mark him down at the 47, and nearly taking it all the way there was Jamie Smith on the screen, and that was a perfect play call there.
I tell you, Jamie Smith is a heck of a football player. He's a true freshman, 6 feet, 220 pounds, out of Campton High School there in Southwest Arkansas, and you know, he had a very impressive preseason camp, and this kid is big, powerful, and explosive. And I tell you what, running back coach keeps saying is real high on Jamie, because Jamie is, you know, against McNeese State, Jamie picked up 90 yards, and he's a powerful back.
He is, Carl. Here's some stats for you. And we got a man down for TSU right at that 1st down area. And early on, take a look at some of the numbers, and pretty even if you look at it, but Texas Southern's had a few more opportunities and made the most of it. They're leading 17-7.
Well, the Golden Lions are going to have to concentrate on Porter, because he's leading. He picked up 64 yards rushing there, and checked that 63 yards rushing there in the first quarter there on 7 carries. I can't see who's down, Tim.
See if we can get a number for you. And I believe it may be 30. Is it 33?
Yes, Jarius Moore. He's that.
A linebacker out of Houston.
He's the kid I talked about earlier out of North Shore High School there in Houston.
So we are set to resume play after the injury timeout. And it's 1st down and 10 for the Golden Lions. So mark it officially at their own 48. 1 minute into the 2nd quarter, 17-7, TSU leading. Zone read, and losing yardage was Ben Anderson. Couldn't get away that time from.
That was Justin Wheat.
Wheat made a nice play there in the backfield, and a loss on the play, Carl, of about 2 yards.
Yeah, Wheat's a senior 6'4", defensive end, 250 pounds. He's out of Westfield High School there in Houston. But you look at this Texas Southern roster, Tim, they have a lot of athletes on that roster from Houston.
Definitely a lot of talent, no question about it. Houston, always a great area. And then you got the whole state of Texas, obviously, to recruit from. That is what you can get away from Texas and Oklahoma and all the likes of those teams. Going to dial it up deep, looking for Beverly at the 5 and incomplete. Anderson threw a beautiful ball that time, but he led him a couple of yards too far as he was looking for Dez Beverly.
Yeah, Dez had a step on the defensive back there for Texas Southern. Michael Holmes, 6'2", 185 pounds.
So 3rd down and about 12 coming up here for UAPB at their own 46, and a flag has come in here. Illegal substitution on the Golden Lions. Now it's going to be 3rd and about 16. It's been Anderson.
Are they calling that on Dez Beverly? Because
Monty Coleman trying to get an explanation on the sideline. He's not very happy about it, whatever it is.
Because Dez was late getting back to the line of scrimmage, and
wow. You can see there, Monty Coleman.
He's giving the line.
And he's whatever.
Line judge,
yeah, he got a laugh out of it, whatever it was, but it's not very funny, right? 3rd and 16 now all of a sudden. Anderson in trouble. Now he's going to throw it over the middle. Ferguson's got it, trying to get extra yardage, close to a first down. I believe he's got it. Great catch over the middle, made a little move to give him just enough wiggle room to get the first down, and 3rd down and 16. He picked up 17 in the first down.
Well, Ferguson's a big target, 6'6", 205 pounds, a sophomore. You know, he has good speed. He runs a 4.5, Tim, in that 40. He's a huge target. He's out of New York, transferring a year ago from Asa Junior College in downtown Brooklyn, New York.
Handoff, Smith, left side, trying to get to the edge. He's got it, 30, 28-yard line, gain of about 12, maybe 13, and a first down.
Oh, wow, good block there on the edges there by Kadarius Eckwood.
Like he gave him a little discount double check there, Carl.
Eckwood's a tremendous block on the edges.
At the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Golden Lions trying to keep up here with TSU, leading 17-7, 12:25 to go second quarter. Gonna throw it, looking right, complete. Swain at the 20, and then gets up, turns it up to the 14-yard line. And a gain of 15, and another Golden Lion first down.
Well, Swain has turned into be a real reliable receiver, playing that slot position. He's out of McKinley High School there in Baton Rouge, a sophomore, 5'11", 170 pounds. Like I said before, Tim, he's not the fastest kid on the field, but one thing about Cody, he knows that playbook very, very well.
Shotgun for Anderson. Going to throw it out of the backfield. Jonathan Johnson at the 10, the 5, and a flag comes in after Johnson picked up about 12 yards and a first down. But we have a flag who came in right at the tail end of that play there. They slipped it to Johnson out in space coming out of the backfield, and it would have set up a 1st and goal near the 3-yard line, but usually in the area of holding. We'll have to wait and see. Swain's over there trying to talk to the official. Sometimes you get those receivers out there blocking on the edge and get called for holding.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And that's exactly what it's going to be. So that negates a first down and goal from the 3, and this is going to be a big penalty as it's going to back them up a bit. Well, those holding penalties will kill you. They are brutal. Instead of 1st and goal from the 3, now you're going to be looking at 1st down and 20 from just outside of the 25. That's a pretty big difference, or we'll call it about the 23.
Yeah, Jonathan Johnson, he's really been working out the last 2 weeks at the running back spot. He's really a true wide receiver out of Port Allen, Louisiana. You're talking about a kid that could be the fastest guy on the football field.
Going to throw it, stepping up in the pocket, trying to get to the edge and buy some time. Now he's just going to run it. Gets up just about a yard or 2 shy of the original line of scrimmage. So he gets back some of the holding penalty there. Gains about 8. Will bring up about 2nd down and 12. They can get a first down, Carl, just inside the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Tim, it's a pleasure having Ben Anderson as quarterback. You're talking about a kid, he just makes smart decisions on the football field.
Yeah, he's the total package, and before it's all said and done, we still got the rest of this year and all of next year. He's going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks that's ever put on a jersey at UAPB, I guarantee you.
He's going to rank real high there. His growth has been tremendous.
Play action, going to throw it, looking for Branch over the middle, and it was tipped incomplete before it got to him. It was a good call there, but just wasn't able to execute it. Getting a hand on it there was LaKendrick Conley. So 3rd down and 12. They can get just inside the 5 for a first down, and Golden Lions in the red zone here with 11:10 to play. Second quarter down by 10.
You have to look at Cody Swain in the slot, Tim. He's drawing one-on-one coverage.
No backs, will spread them out here 5 wide. Going to throw it, tipped up in the air and incomplete. Ferguson looked like it went right off his knee around the 9-yard line. It would have been shy of a first even if he caught it, but well, that ball just popped right up in the air. That's dangerous, and luckily it fell incomplete. Now UAPB is going to settle for a field goal here. And Strickland from the left hash mark. It's going to be about a 34-yard attempt here, and the Golden Lions, they need to get some points out of this possession.
You need to keep it to a one-possession ball game.
Good snap, good hold. Kick is definitely long enough, but it is no good. Boy, that ball just really rocketed off his foot. Hard to tell from that angle, but I believe he missed it, may have pushed it right there. 10:56 to play, and a missed opportunity there for the Golden Lions.
From this angle, it looked like it was good. It just, wow, Tyler was just, he was pretty much stunned himself. But nevertheless, a good offensive series for the Golden Lions because they were able to penetrate the football down the field.
Missed opportunity there in the red zone. That holding penalty negated a 1st and goal from the 3. They never really recovered. Now TSU will take over at their own 20-yard line, leading by 10 here. They fake the handoff. No one's home on the right side. 30, 35. Out of bounds at the TSU 44-yard line, and a gain of 24 there on the quarterback keeper. They fake the handoff, and no one was on the right side of the field.
Yeah, he had a lot of real estate in front of him, and a good play call there by the TSU coaching staff. Their coach's booth is right next to our broadcast booth.
Yeah, they need to turn their lights on in their booth. They're trying to hide over there. We know they're in there. 1st down and 10. TSU from their own 44. 10:30 and counting. Movement off the left side, and that one's going to be on big number 54, Glenn Jackson, out of Miramar, Florida. He was rocking and rolling there, and
he's a redshirt sophomore. You can't miss him. 6'2", 290 pounds. I was down on the field earlier during the pregame warm-ups about an hour and a half before the game started, Tim, and when you look at some of those Texas Southern players outside those pads, those guys are massive.
1st and 15 now. They're going to pitch it. Option pitch right. Got a little running room over there. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. A little extra hit there. Just a little extra pop.
I believe that was going to go against.
It's a gain of about 5 on the option pitch, but they're going to get a personal foul penalty with the late hit out of bounds. And he didn't clean his clock by any means, but he did give him a little bit of an extra shove there.
Those UAPB jerseys.
It's hard to tell the numbers.
It really is.
Is that 48, Jared Turner?
That's what I thought. It looks like it was on the free safety. It looks like Jared Turner from this angle here.
So that's going to move the football all the way up to the UAPB 38-yard line now after the tack on 15 yards on the penalty. Those are mistakes that hurt you right there. Going to throw it. Causey in trouble and somehow gets away. On the right side, Jerian Harris will take him down, and then just throwing it out of bounds to avoid the sack. He got it just past the line of scrimmage, or that would have been intentional grounding there, as he was literally going down.
Yeah, Causey is a very shifty, nifty quarterback. Like I said, he's 6 feet, 190 pounds. But he really has some moves.
Oh, I don't like that rule there. Just if you get it back to the line of scrimmage, the point is there a receiver that you're throwing it to? He just threw the ball literally just into the sideline, and
just to avoid
just because you get it to the line of scrimmage, kind of it defeats the spirit of the rule. 2nd down and 10. Handoff. Right side, and a short gain. That time was Tony Peoples, redshirt senior out of the Colony, Texas. 3rd down and 10 coming up here for TSU. 9.5 to go before halftime. It won't be a battle of the bands at halftime. It'll be the battle of the band as TSU didn't make the long trip. The Ocean of Soul, not here tonight. But the M4 will have a special halftime show in store for sure.
Tim, you wonder if Texas Southern's in 4-down territory here. This is a big 3rd down play here.
Rolling to his left. Now looking back right under pressure, throwing it deep and incomplete, looking for Carpenter at the 10, but pretty well defended there. I believe that was
Anthony Smith that came in and tattooed Cosby.
8:57 to go, clock stops there, 4th down, and we may see our first punt here by TSU.
Yeah, Anthony Smith, he's a great pass rusher, and Coach Coleman says that one of the reasons why he was recruited because of his tremendous ability as a pass rusher. He transferred from Georgia Military College, 6'1", 240 pounds, a senior. Played quite a bit last year as a junior.
Oh, TSU wasting a timeout here, just getting their punting unit on the field, and so 8:57 to go. We'll keep it here.
Gives me opportunity, Tim, to talk about the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. UAPB offers the world's only undergraduate regulatory science degree program, which prepares students for entry-level employment in 4 of the United States Department of Agriculture's regulatory agencies: the Agricultural Marketing Services, the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services, the Food Safety Inspection Services, and the Federal Grain Inspection Services.
8:57 to play before halftime, and 17-7 it is, a 10-point lead for TSU. The Golden Lions missed a 34-yard field goal on their last possession. Trying to get it back here. See if they can do some damage with Andre Mitchell standing back at his own 10-yard line to receive the kick. Kick is away by Carter. And in the end zone for a touchback, so the Golden Lions will take over at their own 25, down by 10, 8:49 to play, 2nd quarter. The Golden Lions have been moving the ball, but it's not really translating on the scoreboard, kind of a story of their season.
Yeah, you're right about that. And you go back to that last drive that UAPB that stalled with the missed field goal. Like I said, Golden Lions had an opportunity to have 1st and goal at the 3-yard line, but that holding penalty really,
it was crucial. Really crippled that opportunity there and never recovered. They'll take over. Actually, it's just at the 20-yard line. I guess on a kickoff, the touchback is at the 25. Really never understood that one either. So they'll take over at their own 20 off of the touchback from a punt. With the touchback on a kickoff, you get it at the 25. And touchback's a touchback, right?
You would think so.
Oh, all these rules, I tell you. And incomplete, nearly intercepted. In and out of the hands of Eckwood on the 1st down pass play. He had it for a moment, then was hit right at the point of the ball arriving, and he wasn't able to hang on to it.
And Tim, that tip ball just really kind of makes you
scary
nervous.
Now, yeah. It's almost intercepted there. 2nd down and 10. Golden Lions down by 10. Their own 20. 8:43 to play before halftime. Bryant in motion. Handoff, big hole into the next level. Midfield, all the way up to the 45-yard line. A gain of about 25 there by Jamie Smith.
I'll tell you what, Tim, Big Kidry Brown made a pancake block there on the TSU defender and really opened that gaping hole there for Jamie Smith to pick up some huge yardage. Brown, the right guard position, I'll tell you what, he's 6'2", 280 pounds. He's a senior. This kid transferred in last year from Arkansas Baptist College. He's big, strong, and real quick for his size.
Smith now sprinting out in the left flat there. They're going to throw it over the middle, tipped, and this one is intercepted. Ferguson couldn't handle a little crossing pattern, and he tipped it right to Zach Bamajoko. 6'1", 240 freshman linebacker out of Missouri City, Texas. And that was what we were just talking about, those tip passes. But that was Ferguson there. That one's got to be owned by 14 as he had it and just
try to catch it in his chest rather than just put his hands out and catch the football.
Look there on the sideline. You see Bill Ross there, one of the graduate assistants, and a little bit different than when he was out there a year ago. And you know, boy, he's got to be filling for these guys this season.
Yeah, very much so. Bill was pretty much the captain of that offense, that defensive unit there. Tremendous middle linebacker for Golden Lions. Had a good 2-year run.
Players shaking up there for Texas Southern. Uh-oh, maybe more. And Randy, cut away. Having some stomach issues there on the sideline for one of the TSU players who was had to handle some business over there. Oh, mercy. And Maya got hit in the stomach there, and we were about to find out what he had for his pregame meal, if you know what I'm saying. Shotgun snap, ball at midfield for TSU after the interception. Fake the pass, and then going to hand it off. Flag comes in at the tail end of the play, and a gain of about 2 on the carry. Let's see if this is maybe a hold right here. With 8 minutes to go before halftime. We had a lot of offense after the first quarter. Is going to be a hold against TSU. That's going to back them up, make it 1st and 20. And so far in the second quarter, halfway through the second quarter, and the defenses have kind of settled in and starting to play a little better, although UAPB did miss an opportunity, and a big penalty cost them a 1st and goal, and they missed a field goal.
Well, moving the football down the field has been a problem with UAPB. Just getting into the end zone or putting some more points on the scoreboard. You're right, the Golden Lions have missed out on some excellent opportunities.
So 1st down and 20 now. TSU at their own 40. Designed quarterback draw. Nice little cut. Gets most of the penalty back, a gain of about 9 there. Bring up 2nd down and 11 from the TSU 49. I've been impressed with this quarterback.
Yeah, good tackle there by Quan Cummins Jr., 6'3", 260 pounds, a true freshman out of Parkview High School in Little Rock. And when you look at this UAPB football team, Tim, with issues still not settled with the players who haven't been cleared, UAPB is really starting about 4 true freshmen on this ball club, and that's asking quite a bit there.
Causey going to throw it here over the middle, complete to Carpenter at the 35, and a 1st down for TSU.
We got a flag down.
And another flag back around the line of scrimmage.
I believe TSU is going to be called for holding. Yeah, it's going to go against Brandon Charles, 6'3", 290 pounds, the left tackle for the Tigers.
Boy, that's a big call there, as that negates a big 1st down pass play for the Tigers, and that's going to back them up at their own 39 instead of having a 1st down at the UAPB 35.
Well, he held Troy Goss there because he actually got beat by Troy. And the only way you can stop him from getting to the quarterback is drag him down.
So 2nd down and 21. 6:45 and counting before halftime. TSU leading 17-7. Going to throw it again here. Homer Causey, now he's going to run it, makes one man miss, hits the edge, and again picks up great yardage up to the UAPB 48 and a gain of about 11 yards there. Maybe 12. They'll mark him at the 47.
Tell you what, Tim, this is impressive Texas Southern offense here. When you think about it, it's hard to believe that they've only averaged 17 points a ball game.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling to see that. And this quarterback, Causey, has just been very impressive and throwing, and even more impressive as he's been able to keep it on the ground and make UAPB miss.
A huge 3rd down play here for the Golden Lions defense.
3rd down and 7. Causey in trouble. Now gets out of trouble, trying to get to the edge. He's going to run it, and a big hit on the sideline by Jenkins. A flag came in, but he was still in play, and this is a terrible call.
It really is.
He was going to be about a yard or two shy of the first down, and boy, look, Monty Coleman is hot. I don't blame him. He's tight roping the sideline. Of course he's going to get hit. He's trying to get the first down. That's what happens as a quarterback. If you're not going to slide, as you take a look at the replay here, Carl, if you're not going to slide, you're subject to get hit hard. And that's what he was doing, trying to fight for extra yardage here, and then he gets hit. That's a football play.
That's a football
This is
play.
tackle football. I mean, it is a collision sport. No matter who's running it, once you give yourself up as a passer, you turn into a runner, and that's taking it to the extreme, trying to protect the quarterback. That's a little overboard. My goodness.
I'm sure Texas Southern coaches help negotiate the call over there.
That is just that is a horrendous call against UAPB, to say the least. Monty Coleman.
Excuse me, Tim. That's a horrible call.
Coleman is giving him an earful, and he could see it all the way to the other side of the field. That's just terrible. I mean, what are you supposed to do as a defender? He's trying to get the first down. I mean, this is not touch football. It's not flag football. It's still tackle football, and if he doesn't want to get hit, he needs to get out of bounds or take a slide or something, and there's nothing else the defender could do. And it wasn't that bad of a hit. It's just knocked him out of bounds. I'll tell you what, they missed that one. So it's going to be first down. TSU gets a big break instead of 4th and about 2. They're going to have a first down after the penalty up at the UAPB 31. Handoff coming up, trying to get to the edge. Dryan Harris, another nice tackle there, as that was Joshua Taylor on the carry.
Yeah, going back to the supposed late hit, Tim, you're right. That's a bad call.
I mean, I'm all for protecting the quarterback and helmet to helmet. There was no helmet to helmet. There was no shot at the head. He's tight roping the sideline, trying to get the first down. He's still in bounds. And if he's out of bounds, it's by an inch or two. I mean, what is the defender supposed to do?
Yeah.
Second down and 6. TSU going to try to take advantage of the opportunity. Got a man wide open at the 15. Nice cut at the 10, and finally taken down by Jenkins at the 11-yard line. That was Malik Cross. He caught the 49-yard touchdown earlier in the game and picks up a big first down here. It's going to be first down for TSU just outside of the 10-yard line.
Well, Tim, you want to keep Texas Southern out of the end zone. You want to try to limit them to just a field goal.
4:34 and counting. Going to spot the football at around the 12. TSU trying to take advantage of that highly questionable personal foul, late hit penalty, or whatever it was in the sideline. Timeout TSU, and they have just one remaining. They lead 17-7 with 4:11 to go before halftime. And trying to tack on some more here, and the Golden Lions, after 3 games in a row they could have won against some really good competition. They looked at this, an 0-5 Texas Southern team, and thought maybe the Golden Lions could get well on this game, and here they are with having the fight of their lives.
Yeah, you're right. They're in a cat fight between the Tigers and the Lions. I was going to say it's a dog fight, but it's a cat fight.
So we'll see if the Golden Lions can try to hold them to a field goal here, as TSU has a big first down just outside of the 11-yard line. And they are sitting pretty good right now.
Yeah, they are. This is a huge ball game for the Golden Lions, because if they have any hopes of winning the Western Division, it needs to start tonight.
Just about set to resume play here. TSU back out on the field after their timeout. That was actually their last timeout.
The Tigers will have the first and 10 from the Golden Lions' 11-yard line.
Yeah, TSU can get a first down at the 1-yard line of UAPB.
Shotgun here for Homer Causey. Causey looks right, now steps up in the pocket, going to throw it. Now he's going to run it at the 10. He dives for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown Tigers again. Boy, an impressive play. Taking it in from 12 yards out for the touchdown was Homer Causey, and he is a playmaker.
He really is, and you have to credit the offensive line too for some good blocking up front.
Very impressive first half for Homer Causey, the quarterback for Texas Southern. They now lead 23-7 with 4 minutes to go before halftime. The extra point nearly blocked, but it is up and good by Corey Carter. We'll step aside here. 4:03 before halftime, and it's now 24-7. Texas Southern on top here at UAPB. The Golden Lions will receive it when we come back.
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you. Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of there.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
TSU set to kick it away here, leading 24-7 over the Golden Lions. 4:03 to go, second quarter. Carter's kick. Kicks it deep. Taking a yard into the end zone here. Over the 10, 20, 25, trying to get to the edge and taking down hard. A horse collar tackle, I believe, is what's going to be called here.
Yeah, that was Andre Mitchell on the return. He was just one step away from really taking it to the house.
So the Golden Lions will get pretty good field position here. Tack on about 15. They should get it around the 45 or so.
Personal foul, horse collar call against the defense. That will be 15 yards.
So that's going to make it.
Going to the play. First and 10, Golden Lions.
Just needing to go 55 yards for pay dirt here, and that'll help with 3:56 to go. 3 timeouts left before halftime. If UAPB can get a score here before halftime, that would be a big shot in the arm. Going to throw it here. Anderson over the middle, wide open. Cody Swain into Tiger territory up at the 37-yard line, and a first down, a gain of 17.
Yeah, Swain has turned out to be that reliable receiver there. He has good hands too.
Shotgun, no huddle snap, straight ahead, running room, and going down at the 34-yard line. Gain of 3 for Ben Anderson. Looked like he could have had more there, and then TSU did a nice job of containing him after he got loose there for a second. No huddle attack. Shotgun snap. Gonna throw it again, wide open. Des Beverly's got it, knocked out of bounds at the 24-yard line. UAPB asking for a flag there as a little late hit out of bounds, but
yeah, where's the flag?
Happened on the wrong sideline, I guess. If it happens on your sideline, you can intimidate the refs and get it called.
Well, UAPB certainly is a sense of urgency right now.
Handoff, nice cut back. Over the 20, down to the 18. Jamie Smith will give him the 19-yard line, and gain of about 6 there. The Golden Lions playing with a sense of urgency here, looking pretty good after they got the good field position to start this drive, and they're coming out pretty sharp. Smith will stay in the ball game just to the right of Anderson in the shotgun here. 4 receivers. And zone read straight ahead, 15, close to the 10, sliding for the first down. They'll say his knee was down at about the 11. Boy, quick as a hiccup.
Yeah,
and
he really
has
is.
Just darted straight ahead and showing a lot of explosion there, Ben Anderson.
Well, UAPB is in an ideal situation. They still have those 3 timeouts there with 2 minutes and 27 seconds to go.
Gonna throw it left side, the 10, the 5, and upended hard at about the 3.
Good block there out on the edges there by Cody Swain.
Jamie Smith on a little swing pass out of the backfield there. Smith sets him up. They'll mark him down at the 4-yard line. He can get just outside of the 1-yard line for a first down. So we'll call it 2nd down and 3 here at the 4-yard line. 1:57 and counting before halftime. UAPB down 24-7. Trying to get back in it here. They're going to need to get 7. Fake the handoff. Anderson's got it easy. He'll walk in from the 5. Yes, sir. Touchdown. Anderson, a little zone read and an easy touchdown as he takes it in from 4 yards out. And the Golden Lions make it a 24-13 ball game with 1:43 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's a good way of responding to that last touchdown by TSU. Now you kind of right back in the ball game, able to get this extra point and make it a 10-point ball game.
3 timeouts left also, and if you can maybe get a quick 3 and out, and who knows, get it back again. The extra point is good by Tyler Strickland. Will step aside. 1:43 left second quarter, and it's now 24-14. Texas Southern with a 10-point lead. The Golden Lions will kick it off when we come back.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone, but you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
Back inside of Golden Lions Stadium here. Carl, can you do that right there? I couldn't do that in my dreams. Looking at one of the male cheerleaders for UAPB doing his somersaults. It looked like he did it for about 30 or 40 yards uninhibited. That was amazing.
Well, Tim, homecoming activities really kick off tomorrow night with the big gospel show there in the Hathaway Howard Fine Arts Center. It starts at 6 o'clock, and then once it starts tomorrow, it's nonstop for 6-7 days.
A lot of great traditions here at UAPB. Will kick off all through the week. And here is the kickoff, and a little bobble there as both players were trying to go for it, and then a pretty decent return as he was shot out of a cannon after they both tried to fight over the football. And how about Rudolfo Alonso with the nickname Rudy? So Rudy Rudolfo.
He's out of Corpus King High School there in Corpus Christi, Texas. That's way down south in Texas.
Rudy, Rudy. You can hear the chants all the way back in Houston.
But you're right, UAPB with these 3 timeouts, they can stop them on 3 and out. The Golden Lions could get this football back.
1st and 10 for TSU here, 24-14. 10-point lead for the Tigers, 1:37 to go. They're at their own 21. 3 timeouts for the Golden Lions, but they're going to have to make some stops, and that's not going to help as Porter gains 9, almost 10 yards, gang tackled after a gain of 10 up to the 31.
But a flag down looked like Texas Southern had illegal procedure.
Stops the clock at 1:27 here in the second quarter. And a hold's going to back them up. That's a big penalty. Make it 1st down and 20 here. Or if you could stop them right here, get them to punt, maybe you can get the ball back around midfield with 3 timeouts to go, and say with maybe 30 or 40 seconds. Who knows? Let's just get Strickland. Strickland likes that 50-yard range. That 34-yarder he missed was too close. He's got his family here from California tonight. He wants to show off his leg a little bit. So let's just get it around that 45 to 50-yard range, and then he'll knock it through.
1st down and 20 for the Tigers from their own 11-yard line.
Clock runs now 1:25, and really they can let this wind down to about 1 minute before they snap it. And I believe Causey might do that, but instead he's going to snap it with 15 on the play clock. Rucker with a nice little force out there of Porter at the 15, and that stops the clock.
You don't know why Porter will go out of bounds.
You could have snapped it. You could have ran off another 15 seconds before you snapped it.
And the Texas Southern coaches right next to us, Tim, just throw their hands up like, why?
Just shake my head, right? Oh, goodness gracious, yeah. Those right there eat at you as a coach, and just clock management, and that's where Causey's got to get better.
TSU coaching staff, they have one of the largest coaching boxes. They have 5 coaches over there that coach in the box, and compared to about 3 for the Golden Lions.
Stop the clock at 1:10. Now they let the play clock run down to 1 before they snap it, but the game clock's not moving. Causey in trouble, now going to throw it incomplete. Looking for Carpenter at the 30, but led him a little too much. In the neighborhood was Jenkins and Rucker. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 15, and that stops the clock with 1:04. So
Causey was under quite a bit of duress by Troy Goss. And Goss has been one of those mainstays for the Golden Lions defensive front there. He's a young man that's out of Fort Smith and Springdale, Arkansas, and 6'3", 285 pounds.
So 3rd down and 15. The Golden Lions need a stop here to get it back. Trailing 24-14 with about a minute to go before halftime. Throws it, incomplete. And the clock, 2 seconds ran off after the ball was clearly out of bounds. And at home, that's supposed to stop a little quicker.
But Texas Southern didn't help itself with on that drive there. You know, you have 2 incomplete passes, and the running back Porter go out of bounds, and UAPB should get this football back in pretty good field position with
They need a good return here. They're coming after him, and boy, big time kick here. And Mitchell takes it back at his own 25. Got a little running room, however, 35 up to the 40, and able to get a 15-yard return, a huge kick there. And the Golden Lions with 46 seconds left and 3 timeouts. And, you know, you're a good 20, 25 yards away from a decent field goal opportunity here, and I like the way that they have aggressively finished this quarter.
Yeah, I do too, Tim. And like I said, with UAPB's needing about 25 yards to be in Strickland's field goal range, and with those 3 timeouts in your pocket and 46.8 seconds on the clock, you have a lot of time left in this first half.
Shotgun here for Ben Anderson. They'll spread it out. Jamie Smith alone, back just to the right of him. 3 timeouts, 47 seconds left before halftime. The Golden Lions at their own 40. Gonna throw it and dropped. Bryant had it and couldn't hang on to it as he was spun out of bounds. Stops the clock at 42 seconds. It's actually marked at the UAPB 39.
Number 33, Jarius Moore on the coverage. Brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Golden Lions.
So 2nd down and 10 coming up here.
Well, if the Golden Lions can get something over the top there, Tim, that whole middle there is open.
And you can afford to do it with 3 timeouts. They're going to throw it and dropped. It was thrown behind Beverly. It would have been enough for a 1st down at the TSU 48, but Beverly, normally sure-handed, couldn't hang on to it, but it was thrown behind him to his defense.
Yeah, you don't normally see Des Beverly. You know, he was thrown slightly behind, but, you know, you've seen Beverly come up with catches like that.
So now 3rd down and 10, and you won't go for it here. If they don't get the first, I can see them punting the ball. I could be wrong. But you don't want to give TSU another crack at it here if you don't get it. Shotgun snap, 3rd and 10, going to throw it, and incomplete. It would have been right at the 1st down marker, but had a little too much on the pass looking for Ferguson, and even with Ferguson's 6'6" frame, he wasn't able to sky and get it, and they will have to punt it here. So
I wouldn't be surprised to see Texas Southern come out with an all-out rush to try to block the punt.
And Rudy is back deep at the 20. End over end kick is going to go out of bounds at the right around the TSU 25. So they'll take over with 21 seconds. The Golden Lions got what they wanted, 3 timeouts and the ball back in good field position, but then didn't help matters with a 3 and out. TSU will probably be conservative here with no timeouts.
They can perhaps keep the football on the ground, and the Tigers will get the football to start the second half. They won the coin toss and elected to go on defense initially.
They've played a really good first half here against UAPB, 24-14. And perhaps one more play coming up here. Under center. And they'll hand it off and going nowhere. Maybe loses a yard on the play, and that looks like that's going to be the last play of the first half, and indeed it is. So 24-14, TSU plays the Golden Lions very tough here in the first half, and then Texas Southern will take a 10-point lead into the locker room at halftime, leading 24-14. For our TV viewers, stay tuned. The marching musical machine of the Mid-South will have your halftime entertainment coming up as we are at the half.
TC, Master Theodis Riggins, and Sergeant First Class Jimmy Stalker of the Arkansas Army National Guard. Let's give a big UAPB round of applause for the special presentation to Chancellor Dr. Lawrence Alexander.
Testing 1, 2.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Dr. Lawrence Alexander, Chancellor of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for halftime entertainment at its finest. Brought to you by the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, marching musical machines of the Mid-South. And to the building, at the back, your next round. Stephen Green, Officer Texas, John Bradford, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and Ron Walker, Fair Texas. Let's get this band on the field. Marching band fans, far and wide, do me a favor and let me hear you roar. For the marvelous, the magnificent, marching musical machine of the Mid-South. Tonight's show with a series of precision movements to body ground for the hour. has a 24-karat gold earring. Underneath it is Allison Jackson. There it is, UAPB. All right, it's party time. We're going to take it back. We're going to push it. Oh, yeah. Push it to it. Uh-oh, I think the big watching. We do it. And four side, of course.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, welcome back inside of Golden Lions Stadium. Tim Stubbs, Carl Wimper. We are set for the third quarter here, second half getting underway. It's going to be Tyler Strickland kicking it away for the Golden Lions. And a nice kickoff here is Edward Perkins Loving will take a knee about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and that's how we start the second half with a touchback. And Carl, the quarterback play of Homer Causey, he was the Causey of success, if you will, for the Tigers. How impressive was this young man in the first half as TSU has a 24-14 lead to start the third quarter?
Well, he rushed for 93 yards on 9 carries, and he averaged 10.3 yards a carry, and then he passed for another 89 yards. So he accounted for just about a large chunk of Texas Southern's 259 total yards.
So if the Golden Lions are going to try to get their first win, they're going to have to find a way to contain him, as he had a big first half. And TSU up 24-14 as we start the third quarter here. Handoff on first down carry and a big hole off the left side as that was Davion Porter, and Porter rips off about 6, maybe 7 yards. Nice open field tackle there.
Well, Porter rushed for 66 yards in the first half, and including that big 36-yard run.
Second down and 4 for the Tigers.
Second down and 4, gain of 6 by Porter. Taking their time, Causey. Porter, the back just to the right of Causey. Takes the shotgun snap, dumps it to Porter out of the backfield, and Jenkins was right there with him, but Porter was able to slip past him. And then the second wave of UAPB defenders takes him down after a gain of about 2. We'll call it third down and 2 coming up here.
Well, I tell you what, Antonio Jenkins really had him for, could have stopped him about 3 yards shy from where he is now.
Must leave the game for one play due to his helmet coming off.
They got the microphone fix for the officials.
Yeah, it's a rule now. When your helmet comes off, you got to leave the field for one play.
Yep. Third down and 2.
I don't quite understand that rule, though.
Third down and 2 here from the 33. Quarterback keeper, look out, foot race, midfield, he's off. 40, 30, 20, see you later, touchdown. Homer Causey takes it to the house. 74-yard touchdown run for the quarterback. Now he's well over 100 yards. He had 93 coming in to that drive, and a 74-yard quarterback keeper for the touchdown. And boy, that'll hit you right in the mouth out of the locker room. My goodness.
I tell you, UAPB is going to have to find a way to stop him, because he's caused all kind of havoc tonight.
He is a playmaker. There's no question about it. Like having a running back playing quarterback, he can throw it too. Extra point is up and it's good. And TSU stunning the Golden Lions right now, 31-14 with 13-18 to play. Here in the third quarter, we'll step aside. Kickoff coming up in just a moment.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism.
Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
31-14. Homer Causey. There's a little pooch kick. Fair catch. Caught at about the 26-yard line for the Golden Lions. That was Braxton Hoof. Golden Lions have the football at about the 27-yard line. They'll take over, but trailing again by 17, 13-18 to go, third quarter. Down by 10 at halftime, and coming out of the locker room.
And UAPB needs to respond here, Tim.
Shotgun snap, feeling some pressure, stepping up in the pocket, got some running room on the right side, needs a block at the 35, and takes a hit, but gets down at about the 40-yard line, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Both of these quarterbacks, Ben Anderson is, he had a good first half, 34 yards rushing in the first half.
That puts him right at half 100 there after that carry. But Homer Causey he's at about 160 yards rushing right now, the quarterback. Bouncing off of one man, still keeps those legs driving up to the 44-yard line. Gain of 4, maybe 5 yards there for Jamie Smith. Golden Lions can't panic, but you need to play with urgency.
Well, it's not time to panic because a lot of time to go left in this football game, and one more touchdown and UAPB is right back in the ball game.
12 and a half to go here in the third. UAPB down 17, stepping up here and throwing, catching it in TSU territory was Des Beverly. He was hit immediately by Demetrius Johnson, but not before Golden Lion first down at the TSU, let's see, the 46-yard line. Golden Lions no huddle attack. Handoff, Jeremiah Young, nice little cutback, bounces off of one man, still driving 9 yards and stacked up, but boy, Smith and Young, both freshmen, they run the ball extremely hard.
Young is a big back. Like I said, he's out of Dalloway High School, true freshman. 6'1", 225 pounds, but he brings a load to him.
Just shy of a Golden Lions first down.
Gain of about 8, almost 9 yards there. Second down and short. Shotgun here for Anderson. Looking left, now he's going to throw it up top left. Got a man open. Did he stay in bounds? He did. Yes, sir. First down at the 15-yard line, and it's Des Beverly again. They're getting him active early and often here in the third quarter.
Well, Des Beverly, he's one of those, he's just a polished receiver out of Alexandria, Louisiana. And, he's on the NCAA football championship subdivision watch list, and I always said to him, to be on that list, you've got to make an impact. You got to be an impact player.
First down and 10, movement up front. See, they're going to be at offsides or a false start. Let's hope it's the latter here for.
Like the right guard there, Travion.
Offense, number 64.
Oh, that was Todrick Pepperton, the center from West Memphis.
I like that they fixed the ref's mic. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Need more of that. It's the little things, Carl. It's the little things. First and 15 now, back at the 20, about the 21 rather. Going to throw it, looking for the end zone, right side, nearly intercepted, and the flag is, he may have picked it off. And the flag is down, and Swain was fighting. Swain basically became the defensive back. Let's take another look at it right here, Carl, on the monitor. And it's going to go against UAPB, and they're going to say he actually intercepted the ball. So it was intercepted by TSU, and the penalty was on Swain as he became the defensive player on the play. And so a touchback on the interception. Boy, it just seems like things are just getting worse here, as Swain tried to break up the pass as it was grossly underthrown there.
Tim, I thought it was an incomplete pass.
But it was intercepted. The replay was right on it. He caught the ball and touchback. TSU gets it back, 31-14. Going to try to add on to this lead, and it is gut check time for the Golden Lions. Option pitch right. Causey takes a hit, but a short gain, if maybe no gain on the play, as Edward Perkins Loving takes it back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Now, if you're UAPB, this is the time your defense really needs to step up to him, and you want to limit Texas Southern to 3 and out, because the Golden Lions definitely need this football back.
Second down and 10. This is where the Golden Lions are going to have to man up, look each other, their teammates eyeball to eyeball, and they're going to have to link arms and start fighting back here. Stepping up in the pocket, Causey gets out of trouble and taken down hard by Ryan Harris. He may have hurt himself on the play as he's slow to get up, but again, you look up, Homer Causey's ripping off 9 yards.
Yeah.
Before they finally get him.
He's so quick. He's cat quick, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back playing quarterback.
Yeah.
It's not really a wildcat formation, but this guy's dangerous. And he's having a career night against UAPB. Is coming in only averaging about 50-something yards a game.
59 yards.
And he probably will finish over 200. Amazing. Third down and a long one. Trying to get to the edge. Porter is going to get it. First down at the 31. Coming in there to make the stop for the Golden Lions was Jared Turner, but not before. A first down by Davion Porter. And TSU will move the chains. As Monty Coleman looks on and still fighting, trying to find some answers this season.
Yeah, the Golden Lions been dealt with a lot of adversity this season, and
they've battled back last 3 weeks, and this game is, I'm a little perplexed as to so far the outcome here, 31-14, and it's not really looking like it's getting much better. There's going to be a false start, I believe, on Texas Southern.
The right guard there, Adrian Jackson. Freshman out of Longview, Texas. 6'2", 294 pounds.
Make it 1st and 15. It'll back TSU up at their own 26, 9:08 to go, third quarter, still an eternity left in this ball game. The Golden Lions down 17. Gonna have to play with a sense of urgency, and they were moving the football, looking really good there, and saw Ben Anderson kind of force a throw in there in the back of the end zone that he normally doesn't. He normally doesn't throw that ball.
No,
and some of that's part of the urgency. Handoff, Porter straight ahead. Ryan Harris and Xavier Lofton on the stop for the Golden Lions. Short game, going to bring up second down and about 12.
Well, I don't see Texas Southern really wanting to do anything differently here in the third quarter, because all night long they've kept the football on the ground, and I'm sure with this 31-14 point lead, the Tigers are going to really stay on the ground. They need to hurry up because there's 9 seconds on the play clock, and they're going to be forced.
Timeout called here by TSU. Carl, before you get into something good about UAPB, I want to mention our sponsors for KUAP 89.7. This broadcast is sponsored in part by Arkansas AM&N College Federal Credit Union, Arkansas Health Connector, and the Wellness Center at Robert F. Moorhead Middle School, our proud sponsors of the KUAP 89.7 Golden Lion football broadcast for this 2013 season.
Tim, through the Office of Career Services, UAPB students have traveled to Paris, China, Switzerland, and more than half of the United States on internships and corporate education assignments with business, education, and governmental agencies. Career Services also provides job search counseling, including resume writing, interviewing techniques, and access to resource materials. For more information about Career Services, please contact 870-575-8461 and ask for Miss Shirley Cherry.
Will do.
They do an outstanding job in Career Services.
8:06 to go here, third quarter, second down and 12. Texas Southern with the ball at their own 29, leading 31-14. Coming off the edge, Joel Green nearly picked up the sack, and here he goes again. He gets loose. Causey chased down by Jerian Harris, and watch the difference there as Jerian Harris ankle tackled Homer Causey, you know, right on the sideline. What's the difference between that and the personal foul we saw earlier? It's the style of hit.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And if it's not helmet to helmet, the quarterback's subject to get hit just as hard as any other person on the field.
Absolutely.
Needs to slide or get out of bounds. If he's tight-roping the sideline trying to get a first down, he's going to get hit hard.
I thought he was stopped out of bounds, but the clock is still running.
They're not stopping the clock these days at all when they get out of bounds. That's what I've seen this year. Maybe it's a new rule that I'm not aware of, but we've seen it a ton on the road and here at home. Handoff Porter trying to get to the edge. He's got the 40 and up to close to the 38. And again, we saw it last week with Sims and Gooden just running roughshod, ground and pound, really taking the life out of UAPB with that running attack. Over 300 yards rushing last week for Jackson State, and Texas Southern, they're having their way on the ground as well.
Yeah, they are. They're doing pretty much what they really want to do on the ground. And this is a big drive here for UAPB because you got to keep Texas Southern off the scoreboard.
Gain of 7 there. Second down and 3. 6:36. 1 on the play clock. Quick little screen pass is blown up by David Watson. He read that perfectly, and he comes in and makes a great point of attack tackle there, and going to be a loss of 2, bring up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, David Watson, like I said, he's a redshirt senior. Been a good ball player for UAPB. He's a good cover corner also. He's out of Cameron, South Carolina. Transferred in last season from Georgia Military College.
6 minutes and counting here in the third, 31-14. Texas Southern enjoying a 17-point lead on the road. Both teams winless, trying to get their first win. Shotgun snap. Perkins Loving is going to be hit hard and going nowhere. An outstanding tackle by the Golden Lions, Kyle Walker. That was textbook.
Yeah, Kyle is a redshirt sophomore. Like I said, he's out of Blytheville High School. He played linebacker there for a 2-year starter for the Chickasaws. That's one of my favorite team mascots.
He did the Chickasaws proud right there. That was a great open field tackle, loss of 2, 4th down and 8. They're going to punt it away here. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Golden Lions get it back, down 17. Kick is going to be angled perfectly out of bounds inside the 10-yard line and down to about the 7. That was well done. Kicker there was Corey Carter, sophomore out of Raymond, Mississippi. Callaway High School.
It's a key stop for the Golden Lions. Now, UAPB's really got the offensively. You're pretty much in a sense of urgency now because you want to penetrate this football down the field and get some kind of points. A field goal would cut it to a 2-possession ball game.
Shotgun snap. Handoff, a little bit of running room there for Jeremiah Young. Gets over the 10 to about the 12, maybe the 13, and get him out of that hole down there inside the 10. And gain up about 5, maybe 6 yards.
Kenny Eagle, he was a pulling guard there. He laid a pancake block on Amir Bloom and just really flattened him to the ground.
Handoff again, Young, running room into the second level of the defense there. Picks up a first down up to the 23-yard line, and that'll move the chains. 4.5 to play here in the third. The Golden Lions are going to have to score, and they're going to have to get some stops defensively. Shotgun snap. Quarterback draw straight ahead, sliding for close to a first down as one of the officials slips down and falls himself. But he's all right near that TSU sideline there. Gain of 11 and a first down.
That was the Zion quarterback draw play for Ben Anderson.
Looks over to the sideline, gets instruction.
I'll tell you what, Isaiah Ferguson at the bottom of the radio dial, Tim, is drawing one-on-one coverage there, and he's got a huge hike advantage over the corner.
Kinsey in motion from right to left, setting up the tunnel screen to Ferguson and batted down. Nice job there by Ernest Gilly, 6'3", senior defensive lineman out of Orlando, Florida. Dr. Phillips High School, very popular high school there in Orlando. And nice play by Gilly.
Yeah, Ferguson down there drawing coverage from Demetrius Johnson, 6'1" defensive cornerback, and Ferguson's about 6'6".
Second down and 10. Anderson, delayed handoff, and boy, Jeremiah Young did a nice job of just getting back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gained a half yard as he was hitting the backfield. And another player losing his helmet has to leave the field for a play.
Della Meisner.
Third down and a long 9 here.
This is normally the time you look for Cody Swain or Dez Beverly. Those are your sure-hand possession type receivers.
Yeah, their playmakers are going to have to start making some plays. No question about it. A little over 3 minutes left in the third down, 17. Going to throw it, picked off. Intercepted, and I believe he stepped out of bounds around the 35. He may not have, but it was intercepted by Demetrius Johnson. And Texas Southern, boy, they are just not letting up. A flag has come in late here.
The 2 flags came in late also.
Demetrius Johnson, boy, he's fired up. But some flags have come in here at the end of the play, and take a look here as Ben Anderson now picked off on back-to-back possessions, and that time it was read perfectly. He was trying to go to look like Ferguson.
The officials are trying to pretty much going to sort this thing out because
there was Dez Beverly, I believe, his intended receiver, and then cut off there at the tail end of the play, but definitely something happened. With 3:11 to go in the third, and Texas Southern, boy, they just keep putting the pressure on the Golden Lions.
Well, I think Texas Southern got hit with a block in the back on the return. There's a personal foul penalty, I believe.
Take another look here, Carl, at the end of this play. See if we see anything out of the ordinary. There's a little shove at the end, but then here on the ground, something happened. As you see,
on the last sequence of play.
We'll see what we have here.
Illegal block in the back. Defense, number 44, during the return. Dead ball, personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 33 for contact with an official. Texas Southern, he's been disqualified.
So that's what it was. There was Jarius Moore, the linebacker, made contact with the official, and he's been ejected from the ball game, and that was kind of what the hoopla was about at the tail end of the play. And then plus you have the other penalties. So that takes a little bit of the sting out of the interception, but nevertheless, that's 2 bad decisions in a row by Ben Anderson, and that's something we haven't seen out of him this year, forcing some passes. That was read perfectly by Johnson on the pick.
You really haven't seen it. Bean's been picked off 3 times tonight.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic for him, to say the least. He makes good decisions, and tonight just and part of that is you feel a little bit pressured. You're trying to make plays and maybe taking some chances you normally don't take.
Yeah, you're right about that. And that's really it's going to hurt Texas Southern because Bloom is
that was the young man that was hurt earlier, Jarius Moore.
He's an outstanding outside linebacker for TSU.
Well, he's got the rest of the night to heal up after that earlier injury. Can't touch the official. Or at least in a demonstrative manner where you're upset about a call or something. You just can't make contact with him.
Yeah, he has to leave. He's leaving the sidelines now. He has to go into the dressing room.
And the official who was probably contacted wants to make sure he's out of here. He needs to go. So he's heading to the locker room. He'll get an early shower and he'll wait to see if his team can hang on to win it here. 31-14, first down. Causey cranks it up over the middle and nearly picked off and caught by Carpenter. At the 10, the 5, Carpenter dives for the pylon touchdown, and then he's going to get penalty flags for unnecessary diving and celebrating, but we do have flags way back here by the line of scrimmage. That's going to probably negate this touchdown. But Carl, let's go back to the play. It looked like it was going to be an interception and then tipped up in the air, and Carpenter caught it off the tip and ran it for a touchdown. He gets penalties for excessive celebration. Meanwhile, there's 2 penalties back at the line of scrimmage. That's going to negate the whole play. What a bizarre play.
Yeah, Texas Southern get penalized for holding.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
So that's going to take the touchdown off the board, and
for celebration.
And I don't know. They, let them dive in the end zone. It was.
Wait,
you
no.
got to let them have a little fun, right?
It seemed like the holding penalty would negate the.
Yeah, the touchdown is off the board. Yeah.
Yeah, but they got penalized for holding and excessive celebration.
I thought he said it was going to be negated, but I don't know. We'll see where they mark this football off. It's going to at least be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. But if they take the points off, then you really negate the penalty. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're not going to count because it's like that play never happened.
Yeah.
The celebration never happened because the touchdown never happened. And so the holding penalty will be assessed, and it's going to be TSU first down and 20 from their own 38.
But that holding penalty could be very, very crucial because that could have been the dagger there, Tim.
My gracious, and it should have been an interception.
Yeah.
Just not able to make the play. Handoff that time, Xavier Lofton comes in and like a ball hawk just soaring to the ball, just flying. Loss of 2 on the play back at the 35, and Lofton had such a great year last year. That linebacker core was just loaded, and still very good core of linebackers, and he's really started to come alive.
Yeah, he walked on 3 years ago out of J.J. McLean High School there in Lexington, Mississippi. Yeah, he's 5'10", 205 pounds, a senior.
Second down, 22. Trying to set up the screen, little pump fake, throws it in the ground. That's got to be intentional grounding. He throws it right into the ground. He's not out of the pocket. He's not to the line of scrimmage. And where was the runner? I guess number 35.
Wow.
Yep, Dominique Wilson. He gets credited, even though he threw it not in the intent of completing the pass. He threw it down on the ground, but Wilson was, I guess, in the neighborhood. Well, we know this is a misprint. They got him at 5'10", 145. And
Tim, you talking about?
He's definitely not 145.
You're talking about
pounds.
a big third down play. You've got to watch the quarterback calls because.
No doubt.
Yeah. You got 3rd and 22, but.
Yeah, a broken play is to his delight. They'll hand it off to Porter instead. He tries to get to the edge and taken out hard at the 38-yard line. So he's well shy of the first. They'll punt it away. So the Golden Lions able to back-to-back possessions with interceptions, but the defense was able to get 2 stops after that, so it didn't hurt them.
Good open field tackle by Javante Harvey.
Mitchell back deep. Boy, a return would be nice. A good return. Low snap, bobbled, and he's able to get it off was Carter. And it's going to take a UAPB roll and die down at about the 29 as that ball went sideways and back a couple of yards. So the Golden Lions to take over about right where they threw the pick a moment ago. And they avert disaster there, but they're still down 17. You're not really making up any ground. TSU's just kind of treading water.
Yeah, they are, Tim. And UAPB's got to come out of this drive here with some kind of points.
31-17, or 31-14 rather, 17-point lead for Texas Southern. 1:29 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Van Anderson and company back out on the attack. Shotgun snap, play action over the middle, caught by Swain. And Cody's got it up to the 38-yard line, a gain of about 8 on the play.
Cody Swain has some good hands there, and he's not going to beat you deep, but he's going to catch those underneath balls, and he's going to be where he's supposed to be.
1 minute to go in the quarter. Handoff, Smith straight ahead, hits a wall at the 40. He's close to a first down, and I believe he's got enough. Right at the marker, and they do signal first down. Shotgun snap here for Anderson. Looking right, now left, now he's going to run it, and boy, it takes a hard hit, big time, but he goes down for a loss of about a yard on the play.
Yeah, he got tattooed there by Zach Banjajo. I know I probably just jacked up his name, but he's a linebacker, 6'1", 240 pounds, a redshirt freshman out of Missouri City, Texas, in the Houston suburbs, Tim.
Yeah, I had fun with that name, and welcome to my world, Carl. Rolling to his right, Anderson, pass is complete, I believe. Yes, first down, Cody Swain. Boy, he picked that up.
The clock is still running.
Yeah, they should have stopped the clock on a first down, and they didn't do it. That's what Monty Coleman is saying. They should have stopped the clock, and
it should be about 3.8 seconds on the clock.
They want to try to get off one more play, I believe. But it is a first down up to the TSU 49.
It is going to let them play, reel off one more play. Rather than reset the clock. What are they going to do?
I don't know. I think that's going to be the end of the quarter, I believe. Looks like that's going to be it. We'll take a break here. That's going to end the third quarter. 31-14. Texas Southern leading UAPB by 17 as we head to the fourth quarter.
Severe weather can destroy a home in seconds. There's no time to think, only time to act. Have a kit so you're ready for any emergency. Develop a plan for what you and your family will do before disaster strikes, and stay informed during severe weather any way you can. It can be the difference between losing your possessions and losing your life. Just ask the owners of this house. Visit ready.gov for ways to prepare your family for emergencies.
Back inside of Golden Lion Stadium as we start the fourth quarter of play. UAPB down by 17. Anderson cranks it up, going to throw it incomplete. It looked like Dexter Bryant kind of gave up on the route there, and a little bit of confusion between quarterback and receiver. Brings up second down and 10 from the TSU 49. That's how we start the fourth quarter.
This offensive line has really been giving Ben great protection all night. Overall, Ben has had a pretty good game, but a couple of those interceptions that was the result of a tip ball.
Gonna throw it again. This time caught. Beverly's got the first down, a gain of about 13 on the play, up to the 37-yard line of TSU.
Yeah, the goal line's going to have to stick this football in the end zone.
Going to throw it again, looking left, now dialing it up, deep up top, Jonathan Johnson. Flag on the play, incomplete in the back of the end zone, but it looked like he got one of his hands kind of held up there, and he's trying to make a one-handed grab because the other hand was held. It should be a pass interference going against TSU, but another nicely, beautifully thrown ball there where only his guy could catch it.
Jonathan Johnson, he's lightning quick. You know, he's from Port Allen, Louisiana, and he went to LSU on a track scholarship right out of high school.
Pass interference. Defense, number 11.
You know, things didn't work out for him during his freshman year at LSU, and he transferred to Eastern Arizona Community College to play football. Tim, he's got blazing speed, too. as a high school senior, he set the state champion. He was a state champion in the 100-meter dash. He ran a 10.2 in the 100.
1st and 10 now from the TSU 22. Spread them out a little bit here with 4 wide receivers. Waiting on the play clock here. Our flag comes in late. Pass is caught at the 11-yard line, but a flag came in right as they snapped it. That was Porsche on the catch there, but a flag came in. Now they're going to decline it. I believe this is offsides, okay. So the play stands, and it was enough for a first down. So the Golden Lions got something going here, although they trailed 31-14 with 14:22 to play. Looking left, now he's going to run it at the 10, needs a block at the 5, and boy, nifty little play there by Ben Anderson. There was nothing there, and in the 11th hour, he tucked it and took off and picks up nice yardage out of bounds at the 3.
Okay, Jeremiah Young from his halfback position had a key block there that enabled Ben to get the kind of yardage he did. You got an injured TSU player on the field. But Tim, when you look at these third quarter stats, you look at Cosby, he's racked up 194 yards on the ground, scored 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 16.2 yards a carry, and that is impressive.
Man down for TSU here. 14:04 to go, early 4th quarter. UAPB down 31-14, and the Golden Lions are trying to get a little closer here. Still a lot of ball game left. You got to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, you don't need if you get a field goal, that still cuts it to a 2-possession ball game.
But for momentum purposes, you really need to get this touchdown in. Yeah, that's the second time we've had a lengthy timeout with the TSU player down on the field. He's off the field on his own power, so we're set to go here. They can get a first down just inside the 1.
Tim, there's so much talent just in the city of Houston. You don't really have to really go outside of Houston to get talent.
Wishbone look here. Hand off left side, driving hard towards the end zone, Jamie Smith. And a late signal here, but they're going to call him just shy, I believe. They're still waiting on a call here. They're going to mark him just shy. Now some pushing and shoving going on. My gracious.
They still have a
Trey Walker getting a little shoving match there with UAPB's Keith Brown, and now we got Jamie Smith down. That's not good. He's laid out on his back right at the goal line, and it was very close to scoring. And
yeah, that big offensive line led by Kenny Eagle really was moving the pile, and I thought from this angle, from our angle up top, Tim, it looks like he got into the end zone.
We got 13:28 to go, and well, let's see where they're going to mark the ball. It's going to be a 1st and goal because they just need it inside the 1 for a first down, and they're going to mark it literally an inch from the goal line. That's a good look there, Jamie Smith, and
Coach Coleman is spending some time and
getting his 2 cents worth in.
Pretty much asking the officials.
I mean, look at the football, the nose of the ball. It's like touching the goal line. My goodness. I mean, if they marked him short, it had to be about a ½ inch or an inch short of the end zone here.
I tell you what, Jamie Smith, he's had a pretty outstanding freshman year up to this point here, because this time last year, He was leading Camden Fairview High School to a Class 5A state championship.
Traylon Willis now, along with Michael Wilson in the ball game under center. Anderson may just quarterback sneak this, and he will. And he's in, I believe. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Golden Lions. Ben Anderson, quarterback keeper, takes it in. That's his second touchdown of the ball game on the ground. And with 13-14 to go, makes it 31-20. And UAPB still has life. Extra point away to cutting it to 10.
I took a trip to Elkhart, Indiana today. Elkhart's a place that has lost jobs faster than anywhere else in America. The people who've lost them have no idea what to do or who to turn to. In fact, local TV stations have started running public service announcements that tell people where to find food banks, even as the food banks don't have enough to meet the demand.
$13-14 remaining. UAPB cheer squad trying to get them fired up over there on the sideline. The Golden Lions back to within 10 points. After a quarterback sneak for a touchdown by Ben Anderson. His second score on the ground in the ball game. 31-21. Great kickoff here as Perkins Loving will watch it go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tyler Strickland has a leg.
Yeah, that was a great kickoff. That's what you want to see, too, after a touchdown. Got the momentum. Don't let them get a big return on you. Go ahead and kick it as far as you can, and that time it was perfect.
And now if you can hold them to a 3-and-out.
Need a turnover. Something positive here. The defense has been able to hold TSU, but they did it when it was a 17-point game. Now that it's 10, these possessions become even more important here in the fourth quarter. I formation, handoff, Porter. And he's loses maybe a half yard or no gain on the play. That's a good start.
Yeah. But if you're Texas Southern, you don't want to start getting too conservative. You want to keep the playbook open like you've done all game.
Still a little too early for that. You start playing not to lose, that's when you lose. 31-21, 12:45 to go, fourth quarter. UAPB down 10. They need a stop here. The offense has been moving the ball, but they finally were able to get some points on the last drive. And they will work the clock here and snap it with 1 on the play clock. Homer Causey. Pass is caught. Nice catch. Close to the 35-yard line. That was Dietrich Shipman on a nice little grab in traffic. He had just enough for a first down. So that'll move the chains, and TSU will keep the football here. But it looks like they are going to start milking that clock.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But still a lot of time to go in this football game.
Under center now, looking left over to the sideline. Play clock down to 5 here. He'll snap it at 2. Handoff, Porter gets up to the 39. Picks up about 4 yards. Bring up second down and 6. As they will continue to work the clock. The Golden Lions just need to get a stop here and get this ball back. Still plenty of time left.
I'll tell you what, Texas Southern has slipped in a right tackle there. Ernest Lane, 6'4", 320 pounds. He's a junior. This is his first series in the ball game.
Causey locks in a receiver on the left, and it's caught. Great catch, and once again, that's Shipman. Boy, he locked in on him all the way up the left sideline, and Homer Causey just threw a rocket right there, and Shipman went up and got it.
The young free safety for the Golden Lions, who's really Tavian Garrison out of Little Rock Parkview. He's really growing up a lot because he's a walk-on He's having to grow up in a hurry, Tim.
Homer Causey taking his time, looking over to the sideline here, and really, you ought to just break the huddle a little bit, a little more time, because you get those big guys down there in the three-point stance. You know, you're just asking for a false start. Here's a nice little quick pass play out in the right flat that time by Malik Cross on the catch and run, gain of about 9. But they're getting the best of both right now. They're getting to milk the clock, and they're moving.
Yeah, they are.
Moving the football here and getting into scoring range. So they're kind of getting a 2-for-1 here. Again, under center with 18 seconds on the play clock, and those big guys down there are already in their stance, and you're really just kind of asking for a false start when you do that. Down to 4, now they're set. Hand off, Porter. Looks like he's got the first down right at the marker, and the Golden Lions are going to need a stop.
I see the Golden Lions, they're really trying to strip that football also.
Those scoring chances you had early in the third quarter, you really look back at those now, and the interception in the end zone looms large.
Yeah, it does.
You don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get. Play clock at 14. They'll let it melt down here. 1st and 10 for Texas Southern. What's left of this small crowd here for UAPB trying to make some noise over the middle. Shipman dropped it. It was a little bit too high for him as he was falling down, but he was open at the 10 and just couldn't hang on to it. That'll stop the clock at 9:19.
Good call there from the TSU coaches up top here. A play action pass, because Cosby, he's only attempted 16 passes on the night, and they pretty much had set up that run, and Shipman was really wide open, Tim.
So stops the clock. A little over 9 minutes to go. 31-21 TSU with a 10-point lead with the football here at the Golden Lion 28. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. No one in the backfield. A little quick strike to the left, and that ball looked like it hit the ground. It's important if it did, because it would stop the clock, but they're going to say he caught it. I don't know about that. Gain of just about a yard there. It looked like it hit the ground, but that'll keep the clock running, so that's important that he at least caught the ball there. That'll melt off about 30 more seconds.
This is probably the biggest 3rd down play of the game here, Tim. I don't know if Texas Southern's in 4-down territory.
Well, they've definitely eaten up about 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes on this drive alone, and that's what they wanted to do. 3rd down and 9. Causey looking right, gonna throw it, man open, hit as he tried to catch it incomplete. Carpenter was right there, and again, Turner on the hit for the Golden Lions, Jared Turner. But it looked like that ball was kind of coming out right before Turner made the initial hit, but it's 4th and 9, and they will attempt a long field goal here.
Yeah. Turner, 6'1", 185 pounds. He's a redshirt freshman out of Pine Bluff High School. Played for the Zebras a couple of seasons ago.
Corey Carter on here for a 44-yard attempt from the left hash mark. It'd be nice to get a block right here. And they almost do. The kick's long enough, and it is right down the middle. Almost blocked, but they didn't get it. The field goal is good. We'll step aside. 8:21 remaining. It is 34-21 now. TSU leading by 13, but the Golden Lions will get the football when we return.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Kickoff coming up here, 34-21. 8:21 to go, 4th quarter. Going to Going to be taken from the 10-yard line. It looks like Kinsey in there now. Kinsey up over the 20 to the 23, maybe the 23-yard line. That's where the goal lines will take over.
We've basically seen Kinsley tonight on kickoff returns, Tim. We haven't called his number too much. I don't believe he's been in the rotation tonight.
I've seen him in there a couple of pass plays, but none targeted for him. He's been a difference maker in the first 2 or 3 ball games, but they haven't called his number too much here lately.
Well, Tim, it's still a 2-possession ball game. You're down 13 points, but again, UAPB needs to move this football down the field with a sense of urgency, and so we're going to see what the offensive coordinator, Eric Dooley, is going to ring up now.
34-21. They fake the handoff in the end around. Quarterback keeper, and Anderson gets up to the 27. Gain of about 4 on the play, maybe 5. Still time left to get a score here and get a stop and get another score, and the Golden Lions can win it 35-34. That sounds like the recipe for success. We'll see if they can pull it off. Quick strike, Beverly. They've been getting him involved a lot more tonight. Short pass play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Once again, I thought Beverly was out of bounds on that after making the catch, but the clock is still running. You're talking about a huge 3rd down play here, Tim.
3rd down and 2 here. Handoff. And driving is Jeremiah Young, and Young looks like he's going to be very close to the 1st down here.
Jeremiah Young on the carry.
Boy, they're going to call it just short, Carl. Thought he got a little further than that, but it's going to be 4th and inches.
Yeah, UAPB has no choice but to go for it.
4th down and inches. Quarterback keeper right here is what I would do.
You bring in the big back from Earl, Michael Wilson.
And they're going to hand, bootleg, fake it. 1st down and more, and Anderson's got it up to the 39, and he needed 7 inches and got 7 yards. 1st down for the Golden Lions. They'll keep the football there. Boy, if you don't get it right there, then it's all she wrote.
Katie Bartador.
No doubt. But they do get it, so they still have life, but they got to hurry here. A sense of urgency doesn't say enough. Got to move. Take some shots downfield. Stepping up, trying to dump it off. They do have Young here. Get by him. There he goes. 50, 45. Hold on to the ball at the TSU 44-yard line, and a gain of about 17, a 1st down.
A good takedown play for Ben Anderson. He's really trying to go downfield. He was looking for Beverly downfield, but he found Jeremiah Young underneath him. Boy, once Jeremiah gets the football in open space, this young man from Dollarway High School can turn on another speed.
He's running like his hair's on fire. Dexter Bryant, left side, 38-yard line, dives forward close to the 35. But again, got to move. A lot of time is being wasted. 5:40 and counting, because you still got to score, then you got to stop them, which has been a difficult task to say the least tonight, as TSU has doubled their season output. They average 17 a game. They have 34 tonight. Handoff, 30 to the 27. That was Willis on the carry that time. Draylon Willis.
He's a young man that played for Forest City High School. Another one of those true freshman running backs that UAPB has on the ball club this season. That's getting a lot of playing time.
1st and 10 at the 27. Anderson rolling to his left. Boy, he's in trouble. Got to get rid of it, Ben, and he just does. And they may call intentional grounding with the officials getting together here, because he wasn't back to the line of scrimmage.
But if the flag comes out now.
Oh, this would be brutal if it does. The way one of the line judge came in and started talking with the head.
With the referee.
You
And
they're talking about it, but he's going to overrule him.
Yeah.
It's like they wanted to call intentional grounding, but the referee is going to overrule him.
Well, actually, it was the umpire. He was.
So the Golden Lions dodge a major bullet there because that was questionable. Could have went either way. 5:07 to go. Clock is stopped. UAPB down 34-21. And they are at the TSU 26-yard line, and they need to score quick and get a stop and score again if they want to have a chance to win this game. Pump fake looking left, throwing and caught and out of bounds was Brandon Kinsey. We just mentioned him earlier, his first catch of the night. And like right there, he catches it and gets out of bounds and the clock stops.
Yeah.
But a running back runs out of bounds and the clock keeps going. You just can't be a running back, Carl, getting out of bounds. You need to be a receiver.
Yeah. Brandon, he's out of New Orleans, transferred in.
Now the clock's moving again.
Wow.
It's stopped and now I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm confused and I'll never understand it. Okay. And now they're going to stop something here and
Texas Southern's going to call a timeout. 9 o'clock.
Now, if the clock is moving on the timeout, then I've had enough. How does Carl, he caught the football, okay? He caught the football.
Yeah.
He went out of bounds on it, his own power. No one touched him.
Right.
It's not a first down. The clock stopped for about 10 seconds.
Correct.
And all of a sudden, the clock just starts rolling again.
Go figure.
Please explain it to me. My gracious.
I tell you, UAPB really within 4 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock here, and the Golden Lions within the next minute, they're going to have to punch this football into the end zone because, I don't know if it's at the point where if you get into the end zone, you want to try an onside kick or just play them straight up and use your 3 timeouts.
4:47 to go, getting real late here. UAPB down by 13. 34-21. The Golden Lions have a 3rd down and 6 at the TSU 22-yard line.
It's a small crowd here tonight, but it's a very energetic crowd.
From the Tigers' 22-yard line.
The faithful few here. Shotgun snap, they're bringing pressure. Going to throw it over the top. Swain, yes sir, touchdown Golden Lions. Cody Swain hauls in the 22-yard touchdown pass from Ben Anderson, and the Golden Lions still have life with 4:41 remaining. And the Golden Lions have made it an 7-point ball game, and now an extra point would make it a 6-point game, and now it's time for the defense to step up and get it back rather quickly.
Well, I tell you what, Texas Southern's Amir Bloom was coming in on a pass rush there, and Kedrick Brown, the right guard for the Golden Lions, really leveled a pancake block on him.
That was well executed. Swain had a step, and Anderson threw a strike in the back of the end zone for the touchdown, and the 22-yard touchdown strike from Anderson to Swain has made it a 6-point ball game. It's now 34-28 after the PAT by Strickland. We'll step aside. 4:41 to go. Come on, defense. Get the ball back. Right back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Danny Andre Burrell II, a senior here majoring in industrial technology, management, and applied engineering. I thought that I would be looking for a job at this point, but thanks to my mentor, Dr. Charles Colin in Career Services, I was able to obtain a position as an industrial engineer upon graduation.
Danny worked hard in class from the beginning, obtaining 3 internships while on campus. UAPB can help prepare students like Danny for those same opportunities.
UAPB prepared me.
4:41 to go. Some of the Golden Lions students getting into it. He thought about kneeling it, but he wasn't in the end zone yet. Now he's got to take it out, and he breaks free. Are you kidding me? 35-30, and then tripped up, and a flag comes in on the tail end of this.
It's going to be a block in the back on Texas Southern.
Carl, they had him stopped at about the 10-yard line, Edward Perkins Loving broke free and got all the way up to the 37-yard line, but a flag is down.
TSU going to get penalized for a block in the back.
Well, that'll help. They had him pinned back at about the 10. He looked like he was about to take a knee, and when he looked down, he was 2 yards out of the end zone, and he about made a really bad play there. Let's see what the head referee's got in store here.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 81 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
That was Billy Rosenberg, the tight end, 6'5", 235 pounds. He went to Riley Egypt High School there in Memphis. He's a sophomore there for the TSU Tigers.
So 1st and 10 now at the TSU 28. 4:32 to go. Texas Southern leading UAPB 34-28. And the Golden Lion defense, they need a stop. Boy, a 3 and out would be huge.
It really would be.
Golden Lions have battled back from down 17 to cut it to 6 here. They do have 3 timeouts left. But Texas Southern has rushed for over 300 yards here tonight. Here's Porter straight ahead. And the quarterback Causey, he's got over 200 yards rushing on just 12 carries, including a 74-yard touchdown run early in the 3rd quarter. And that carry there by Porter was good for 6 yards.
And Causey had another long touchdown run that was called back.
He also threw a 49-yard touchdown pass. So this guy has been Mr. Everything tonight. He has been a true X factor in this game.
Tim, I still think Texas Southern is getting a little too conservative here. There's a lot of time in this ball game with 3 minutes and 54 seconds. You know, and UAPB's carrying those 3 timeouts.
They're going to throw it.
You don't want this guy to get loose.
And Jenkins makes a great open field tackle and keeps him in bounds, and he's down for basically no gain. And he looked like he was going to throw that ball, and now all of a sudden, yeah, he's shaking his hand. It's now 3rd down and 4. That's a huge play coming up here.
And Coach Coleman called a quick timeout to stop the clock there, but 3 minutes and 43 seconds. What this is going to do is this is going to help Causey for the medical staff with Texas Southern to look at his hand during this timeout, because he was really shaking his hand as he's leaving the field.
They're probably going to keep it on the ground, though. But 3rd down and 4. This is, but now if you don't stop them, it's 1st down. You only got 2 timeouts left, so. Oh, big play here. Somebody's going to have to step up, and they've got to get this ball back. Homecoming next week.
You excited about homecoming?
I'm excited. It's always an exciting time. 2:30 kickoff, tradition here at UAPB. Has it always been 2:30? It's been since I've been here, about 13 years.
It's always been 2:30.
Even back in the early 1800s when you were here.
I was talking to our producer, Randy Kelly, who's everything. He's a producer, cameraman.
He's running graphics and switching. He's doing it all tonight.
But I was telling him to get ready to work about 45, 50 hours this week.
Well, he'll have 50 hours by Tuesday.
I saw him at halftime. His eyes look a little bloodshot.
3rd down and 4. This is a paramount play right here, folks. It is big. Shotgun snap. Feeling some pressure. They set up the screen left. Dives for the 1st down. He's got it at the 38. My, oh my, a great little play there. They set up the screen right. They needed 4, got about 6. And now you got 2 timeouts left, and they're going to start milking that clock down to 3:30 and counting.
Yeah, now if you're UAPB, you've got to use your timeouts now.
Well, you spent one a moment ago to set up. You were planning on getting a stop there. You didn't get it. And now it kind of hurts you. Kind of wishing you had that timeout back. But that's the gamble you take. Hand off straight ahead again, just 5-6 yards. They just having a hard time, Carl, of stopping Texas Southern at the line of scrimmage. You mentioned their big offensive line, and they have really gotten a good push on UAPB up front.
Well, that line is, like I say, it's massive when you look at those guys across front there, and like I said, that line is anchored by Kendrick Williams, 6'4", 310 pounds, a junior. And then you got Ernest Lane, who just really came in the fourth quarter. He's at that left guard position. He's 6'4", 320 pounds. He's out of Columbus, Mississippi.
The Golden Lions are going to have to stop TSU before they get 4, 5, 6, 7 yards a pop here. Because next thing you know, it's going to be 3rd and inches. They get another first down, and it's over. They need to stop them at the initial line of scrimmage or for a loss. Oh, for a TSU fumble here.
Yeah, Coach Coleman and the Golden Lions, they've really had to, juggle some players around because of some key guys not here, like Sean Robinson, who's your all-SWAC defensive tackle there, but Ladarius Golden, he's a true freshman out of Overton High School in Memphis, 6'1", 330 pounds. He was shifted from the offensive line to the defensive tackle spot, so he's in the ball game now.
2nd down and 5. Offset eye, handoff, Porter again, misdirection. Porter, 1st down and more. Breaks free, 40, 35, foot race down the sideline to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Texas Southern is, they're going to say he's out of bounds, I believe, Carl, at the 10. The line judge, or they're going to say touchdown. He stopped at the 10. I thought he may have stepped out of bounds.
They still have they signaled touchdown?
I didn't see a signal on a touchdown. I thought he maybe stepped out.
Well, the line judge
said going to say at the 3. Let's take a look here at a replay if we can see it. Porter hit the sideline, and it's hard to tell. He didn't step out, Carl.
He did.
But no, here's the PAT. So they didn't. It is a touchdown. So the touchdown is good, and it was a little confusing because I never saw a signal, but the extra point is up and it's good. So that's a gut blow right there. You're trying to stop him, and he breaks free for a 55-yard touchdown run, and you sell out on the run. It was a little misdirection. He cut back the field to the right, and it was a foot race down the sideline, and Porter took it to the house. We'll step aside. 2:44 to go. 41-28, Texas Southern with a gut blow to UAPB. They lead it by 13.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Welcome back, folks. We are 2:44 away from this one being over. A long touchdown run a moment ago by Davion Porter. Maybe put this one on ice. It's 41-28, Texas Southern. Short kickoff taken from the 7. Mitchell, 35-30, one of his better returns of the season, up over the 40 to the 42, and another late flag. Boy, been a lot of penalties here in the second half.
Yeah, Mitchell's the kind of kid that has that blazing speed. He's out of Citrus Hills, California, which is about 70 miles from.
During the return, illegal block in the back. 88 of the receiving team.
Yeah, it's about 70 miles southeast of Los Angeles.
Portier is going to get called for illegal block in the back and negate a nice return by Mitchell just to make
matters worse.
Yeah, insult to injury here. So that will negate about a 35-yard return. UAPB have it on their own 31, 2:36 to go, 1 timeout. And they had cut it to 6, and now it's back up to 13. Going to have to score a touchdown to get an onside kick at this point.
And they got to score a touchdown in a hurry, too, because he's got to go deep. And you got Jonathan Johnson at the bottom of your radio dial here.
Stepping up in the pocket, throwing it over the middle on a short gain and then taken down and slow to get up there. Not sure who it is, but it's going to stop the clock for an injury. And
that's a Darius Eckwood that took a.
Yeah, he's kind of holding his right side there. No, that's Ferguson, rather.
Yeah, it is Ferguson. Check that.
And he's going to come out, and he's got to come out for a play, holding his right side. And he may not even be hurt at all. Sometimes they do that just to stop the clock. And he looks just kind of part of the game. A lot of teams do that. But he's got to come out for a play. Gain of 6, second down and 4. 2:07 to go, stepping up in the pocket now, rolling left. He'll try to run it, get to the edge, 40, 45, and to the TSU 48, and out of bounds. Stops the clock, we think. Let's see if the clock will roll. He clearly ran out on his own. Now the clock will stop for a first down, right?
Yeah.
He ran out of bounds. So if this clock starts right here, I'm going to have to get some explanations to these new rules.
The Tigers' 48-yard line.
Well, you know, UAPB within the next few seconds, team, if they're going to score, they're going to strike. We're hurting it.
The clock's not moving, so I'm okay there. Going to throw it over the middle, wide open. Cody Swain at the 28-yard line, wrestles for an extra yard to the 27. He's had a great ball game.
He really has.
Probably his best game as a Golden Lion to date.
Well, through 3 quarters, he had caught 4 balls for 51 yards.
And he got a touchdown. So add on 22 yards there and about 20 yards on that. So he's getting on up there, close to a 100-yard ball game and a touchdown. Clock rolling at 1:38. Anderson going to throw it, trying to get out of the pocket. Did not see the man from the blind side. And a sack on the play. Amir Bloom, his second of the game, and a loss of about 7. That hurts. Clock's running at 1:22 and counting.
They're going out still. They still had that one timeout left, but they.
Second down, 16 for the Golden Lion.
Second down and 17. Golden Lions from their own 34. Going to throw it, looking for Swain, nearly intercepted, and it was just too high. Maybe if it was Ferguson there, but you got Swain, more of a slot receiver, and he's only 5'11". And they would have needed Ferguson's 6'6" frame to get a hand on that one. Third down and 17 from the 33.
Well, without a doubt, the Golden Lions are in the 4-down territory.
Stops the clock at 1:06. It's amazing the difference from one year to the next.
Yeah, it
Golden
really
Lions getting win after win after win last year, and this year still in search for the first victory. Cranks it up, throws it about 3 yards short, looking to the right side there, I believe, towards Kinsey, and skips the ground at about the 8-yard line, and now it's 4th down and 17. Looking for Porsche, rather. 4th and 17 from the 33 with 1 minute to go and down 13.
I tell you what, Tim, you have to just sit back and think about the players the key players that's not in the ball game for the Golden Lions that haven't been able to play this season. You've got about 9 players that's not out there. It would make a huge difference.
A bizarre year, to say the least. Going to throw it incomplete at the 15. Short again as it is intended for Dexter Bryan. He dove for it, but it skipped the ground just before it got to him. And now they'll get into victory formation, and Texas Southern's going to get their first victory of the season. And the Golden Lions in really a must-win situation. They're going to come up short again. And this one, Texas Southern had pretty much in hand from start to finish. The Golden Lions got close a couple of times, but give TSU credit. They came in here and ready to play, and the Golden Lions just not enough tonight. And this bizarre season for the Golden Lions continues. Victory formation, and Homer Causey, who just had a spectacular game tonight, will take a knee, hand it to the official, and snap it one more time, and that's going to be it.
And Coach Coleman, being the class guy like he is, there's no need to burn that last time out because the game is pretty much, not pretty much, the game it's over.
The Golden Lions with a 42-3 win last year at Texas Southern, and here it is, Texas Southern scoring 41 here a season later, and now they douse the head coach with the Gatorade bath over on the TSU sideline for their first victory, and that's going to be it. The Golden Lions still in search of their first victory. TSU gets their first victory tonight, and 41-28 is our final. Texas Southern wins it on the road here at UAPB, and the Golden Lions struggles continue as they look like they had some chances, but were not able to overcome. I want to say a special thanks to our crew here tonight. Our camera operators, Devin Killingsworth-Wells, Cedric Morgan, Derek Barnhill, and Corbin Howard. Our sideline camera operator, Joseph Booker, assisted by Adriana Futrell, and of course Randy Kelly, our director and graphics here tonight in Findlay Hill, back in the radio station, KUAP. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. For all of our crew and for Carl Wimper, I am Tim Stubbs. 41-28. Texas Southern wins it over the Golden Lions. We'll be back here next Saturday at 2:30 for homecoming in search of their first win. We'll see if the Golden Lions can get things turned around next Saturday. So long and good night from Golden Lions Stadium.